believe that I am the best person for the job of President of the United States. My unique talents give me the ability to be assertive and diplomatic at the same time. I'm a person who will spike the conversation, who will get politics rolling and stimulate new questions and new answers to our current political dilemma facing our nation. I believe I have a keen understanding of the economy and how to improve where we're at relative to other nations around the world. I believe that our goal at America's Third Party was to create a very strong platform in which would propel the American people forward with new opportunities and a new possibility of creating a better nation, a cleaner environment, and less war. I believe that I am the best person for the job of President of the United States. My unique talents give me the ability to be assertive and diplomatic at the same time.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hello. Yes. Audio always has a problem. Whenever I start the show now, whenever I do that, I cannot seem to get my audio to work. Every single show has started this way. I love the tie, actually. Wow. All right. Huh. Yes. Okay, we're going to go to another audio source. Hang on just a second. We have a double face here to deal with the UHF overlays that are happening during the show. Bear with me here. Yeah. Okay, we should be up and running now. Okay, thank you. I had to go to my backup. We have a break in the audio whenever we have the system running a really hot audio file. It shuts down my mic. So welcome to the show, everybody. I'm David Sponheim, the person you come to see every night, and I'm playing in duplicate now because I've got multiple people overlaying pictures over my face on the UHF signal. So I'm hoping that we won't have too many problems with people doing that, and I have the ability to actually have multiple people, you know. So I could bring in the third David just to make sure that the third party is fully represented here. All right. No, I'm not in love with myself. I am struggling to try to build a third party with limited means, and I hope you understand that I have already accomplished a great deal. And if you don't understand that, then you don't realize what's going on in our country and how important a third party is. This recent event in Mandalay Bay, I am on record on the last show saying that I didn't think many people died, and then I apologized to Something Special. She called in and said, hey, I live in the area, people died, don't say these kinds of things because it's really hurting our feelings. I believe that we now have deaths, but I don't have any confirmation of those deaths. But what is more important is we have all kinds of eyewitnesses now coming forward that say that there were multiple shooters. And this is building a case of conspiracy, and it still justifies our statement that this is a false flag, that this is an attempt by a larger group to put a patsy out there, this guy Paddock, who had no history of purchasing weapons ever in his life. And we don't even know if his brother is legit, if it's even his real brother saying what was going on. But this guy Paddock, it looks like he had a model life. He was an online gambler. He seemed to be making lots of money, and a big gambler is very vulnerable to manipulation. And I would love to show you all the pictures. One of the most compelling pictures I've had tonight was of a crisis actress who is seen here talking to the news networks about the event, saying that she thought there were multiple shooters. And someone just noticed that she's actually a person who's been on Dr. Phil before. See, this is the person right there.
There's someone right there. How much they shot, how much shooting was going on, and then not being taken down. And like I said, there's definitely. Now
it's possible that even though she was on Dr. Phil, she was still at the event. But here she was in the Dr. Phil episode that Misanthropy found.
On the TV, okay? Then there's a lot of people that the specials about. You better be careful. We're close to Mexico.
Okay, so that's kind of unusual. We're not sure why that's going on, but there's other very compelling stories here too. A shooter. I'm going to show you the image of a shooter at the ground level. This is from video taken at the location during the event and during the shooting. You're going to see a shooter at ground level in the picture taking a shot. You see that? We know that this is a shooter. We know the timing of the videos is correct. So there's more than one gunman. In fact, the video of the 10th floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel showed that there was a possible shooting going on from the 10th floor, and we have eyewitness accounts of the room next door to Paddock. The guy said Paddock came in 5 minutes after the shooting started with a bunch of other guys. There was a gunshot, like a handgun, and then lots of windows were broken out, and then the guy, this is the next door neighbor to Paddock, he said that he heard these men ruffling around, and then shooting going on then at that point from the 32nd floor, and then they all left, leaving Paddock there with a bullet in his head. All right, so there's a big evidence of a conspiracy here, and this is going to require a grand jury investigation. It's too big for the FBI. It's too big for corruption at any length within the ranks of the FBI. We've got to get this thing in the hands of our government, and they've got to look at it in a big way. This is so important, because what this is a group of people within the government trying to orchestrate an event called a false flag, which is designed to create gun control. Now, as you can see from the sign here, I am completely against gun control, and I certainly hope that Donald Trump doesn't cave in and all of a sudden put together a plan for an assault weapons ban. I'm on it. Was there a shooter in the Los Angeles crowd? Was it a cop? Okay, let's take a look at that video. Okay, there it is. Better shot. There you go. Was it a cop? There is a shot closer up. He looks like he's got some sort of a, yeah, he does. Yeah, that's a really good image. You can see the handgun in his hand. He shoots up and he aims, and then you start to hear gunfire. Okay, great. That's a better shot. Thank you. Save Las Vegas. You play blackjack there. Well, sorry for the ear rape earlier. It's not something I can always control. When the videos come at me, they come at me at various levels. But I'll try to lower the volume before I start a video next time. This has been a very tumultuous week. Play the whole thing? Oh, okay. He's walking away with his hand. He's got a handgun. Wow. We actually have a face shot on this guy. Wow. Okay. Huh. Okay, we played the whole thing. Thank you for telling me to do that. It's spelled Las Vegas, yeah. Thank you. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to avoid any strikes against his vid.me account. Yeah, by misspelling Las Vegas, it might give you an edge. Apparently, videos are being pulled down off the internet rapidly. No, I don't go to prostitutes, but you know, you may. There, I don't have any desire to see a prostitute. Okay, let's go to guest chat on and see what we got. And you said earlier yesterday that there were pressure alarms. If there's a window blown out, immediately the casino's alerted, and they know exactly which window. So. Yeah, I'm taking calls. I'm available. 707-U-RAT-P. Your ATP. You're the corpse. Okay. Well, I'd like to hear from you if you are the corpse. We kind of figured you were. Pressure alarms, yeah. U-RAT-P, yeah. 707-U-RAT-P or your ATP, whichever you like. Okay. Yeah, and WTF on how can you check into a motel with 32 guns? Good point. No, I'm spreading real news tonight. We are admitting that maybe there were some people killed. We still have no confirmation of anybody dying of legitimate confirmation, but we're still looking at a lot of evidence. If you need a third David, he is available. He's on tap at any time. Tell me if I need to bring in a third David in case there's two hanging ball sacks from both sides of the UHF feed. Okay, guests been killed. Not many here tonight. Good. Well, there's been a direct attack on our show. Mark is engaging in what it appears to be intellectual property theft of my ideas, claiming they're his. That's another strike against him. Not realizing that most of my ideas came before this show when I moved over here. I've been here 5 years, 6 years. I was at Blog TV for 4 years. So that's where everything started. Later, David, have a good show. You too, Codger. Rat P. Kiss yourself. How do you kiss yourself? Oh, that would require me switching this around and kissing my... No, I'm not going to give you the luxury of a screen cam of me kissing myself. This is getting confusing. And I don't believe that. I don't believe any woman wants sex 3 times a day. No. You keep saying that. You keep coming in here saying those things. It's absurd. It is getting kinky, I know. We have this constant dialogue going on in the show. It's endless. Okay, I think I have to go to a commercial break in order to give you a sense of waste in our country. I think I have to at least play you something that will make you understand how much money is being wasted. And there is a little shining star here I want to look at. What Donald Trump believes he should cut. 62 agencies and programs that Trump wants to eliminate. We're going to take a look at that in just a bit. Hopefully these make sense. The cuts in the budget have to be done, so hopefully we'll get something out of that. But I'm not sure. Is he going to be cutting programs that could protect the environment? Is he going to be cutting a program to investigate global climate change, which he denies is happening? I mean, all these things are kind of suspicious about Donald Trump. But the biggest thing I think we're dealing with is a misconception about the money that we have in our country. That we owe a lot of money, that there's 20 trillion in debt that we owe. I don't know if that's the case. I believe we owe money leveraged against money we have in store for us. And the government is essentially being told by the Fed that we have to pay up 20 trillion on the money we owe, when in fact we have 40 trillion or more invested in the World Bank. So why would we owe 20 trillion? Why don't we just clear that debt out and they would pay us 20 trillion and then we could start again? Thank you for admiring my suit. It is a 3D test, a test of your brain. I want to show you Janet Yellen having a nervous breakdown. This is the woman that's still in charge of the Fed, who many people don't realize is not quite there. And they need people like her, like puppets, that'll do whatever they tell her to do.
Inflation will return, and the influence of lower energy prices and inflation below our goal. I expect this to occur as the temporary factors that are currently weighing on inflation wane, provided that economic growth continues to be strong enough to complete the return of the economy to full employment and to
Earth to Janet. Earth to Janet, come, are you, you know, a lot of times older people get these this little attacks, you know, where they can't think. It begins. Detroit mother sentenced to jail for not vaccinating her son, folks. The Free Thought Project has a story. Yeah, we know that the Maryland is coming down. Now Detroit is coming down. California's coming down on families that don't vaccinate their kids prior to going to public school. In the land of the free, the precedent has been set. Parents can and will be thrown in jail for choosing to not vaccinate their children. Detroit, Michigan, in a seemingly unprecedented violation of rights, a case out of Detroit should worry even the most stringent pro-vaccine advocates. A mother has been sentenced to jail for failing to have her 9-year-old son vaccinated. She said, "I would rather sit behind bars standing up for what I believe in than giving into something I strongly don't believe in." She was given the ultimatum, vaccinate your son or go to jail. You know, I would homeschool my child, and thankfully I'm not a father, because I'd be pissed off royally if they tried to tell me I had to vaccinate my kids. Now, forced vaccinations are things that are going on rapidly, and, you know, doctors get money. They get $40,000 from the government, from Big Pharma, to vaccinate 100 toddlers. That's a perk. They get 40 grand for vaccinating 100 toddlers. It's crazy. Got other stories to talk about. Amazon.com, or Amazon, is ordered to pay nearly $300 million to the EU actually to Luxembourg, over an illegal tax advantage that they exploited to not pay taxes. So Luxembourg is going to be a lot richer as a result of Amazon's, the ruling by the EU that Amazon has to pay up $294 million. So that's a story that we don't need to talk about anymore. All right, and we've got Trump now. The 62 agencies. The 62 agencies that Trump wants to eliminate. Corrections and clarifications, a previous version of the story. It takes a cleaver to domestic programs, with many agencies taking percentage spending cuts in the double digits. But of course the military gets, you know, an increase to $1 trillion a year. Unbelievable. Let's listen in. Okay. Emergency refugee migration assistance, 70 million cuts. Humanitarian assistance for unexpected and urgent refugee. National Endowment for the Arts, 152 million. I don't have a problem cutting that. Corporation for Public Broadcasting, 485 million. I have no problem cutting that. They're privately funded for the most part. This I have a problem with. The Global Climate Change Initiative, 1.3 billion. We do have to get to the bottom of why this story is happening. Community development. Low-income home energy assistance program. I would never cut that. 3.4 billion. That's a big mistake. Elderly and low-income people are going to pay higher heating bills. And 21st Century Community Learning Centers program, 1.2 billion. Wow. It supports before and after school programs. Federal Supplemental Education Opportunity Grant Program, 732 million. Trump's budget director said not even every program would disappear completely. All right. Mike Mulvaney says that's the nature of the beast. It might take a while to unwind the relationship. It's just the nature of contracts. Well, I'm okay cutting the endowment for the arts and NPR radio because they're heavily funded by. Now, I've forgotten something that's extremely important, and I don't want to forget this. I'm going to put a video, I'm going to put an image here from Archive that Scissor Fight made. And it is the proof that the CNN agency actually had posted Paddock's history and the story of him shooting 3 days in advance of the event. That's right. The man suspected of killing these people in Mandalay Bay. Here's what we know about the Las Vegas shooter, and you notice the date on this. September 29th, 2017, 3 days before the shooting. How in the world did they know in advance this guy was the shooter unless it was a paid, planned, and false flag event? So the proof is right there in front of you, everybody. Right there. If you've been avoiding the possibility that this could be some sort of a false flag event, then you've got to look at that. That's huge. Okay, so yes, we're willing to concede that people did die. It's a terrible thing. I'm very upset about that. But, you know, there's only so much you can do. You know, I'm not Batman and Robin here. Batman. Yeah, so. CBD will no longer be prohibited by WADA beginning in 2018. Good. I want to make sure that CBD oil gets out there for people suffering from brain cancer and ailments like Alzheimer's benefits. They say that CBD oil helps with Parkinson's, with the syndrome known as grand mal seizures and petit mal seizures, as well as autism. So, I mean, all kinds of things are benefiting people, and it's basically symptom relief that they're talking about. So it will no longer be prohibited. That's great. The World Anti-Doping Agency is removing it, as we should remove marijuana from the list of controlled substances. It's just ridiculous that we haven't even done that. Even Trey Gowdy says that he's wondering why, you know, Arch Republican Trey Gowdy, he's wondering why they have made it illegal for people who are suffering from medical problems. I don't have any skin problems, but thank you for asking. You're cross-eyed, experiencing holographic 3D, Dave. I'm trying to avoid the hanging ball sacks and dildos that are placed on my screen. This is admittedly a big suit. I want to show everybody what a big suit will get you in life. I think it fits pretty well, actually. But, you know, they say the suit makes the man, but this is a size 50 and I'm a 47. So, admittedly, it fits a little bit big, you know, on me. But this is a Pierre Balmain suit made in Paris that I picked up for 50 cents at the thrift store. So, I was very pleased to find a suit that was 50 cents that was worth $1,000. So, I'm very happy it's a size 50, actually. Big suits are the thing now. If you go to the hood, you want to wear a big suit. You know what I'm talking about? Not that I go to the hood. But... No, I'm just... I was lucky the guy died in a way because, I mean, I would never have found a suit this nice if somebody hadn't died. David, why are you stealing suits from dead people? I'm not. I went to a thrift store. I got a 50-cent deal. Yeah. Look at this effing disaster. Okay. Donald Trump, I mean, not engaging in presidential behavior at all. Posing with paper towels. Acting like he's a showman doing a little basketball stunt. Look at that. This is a disaster. Well, let's be clear. It's the biggest disaster we could even call a president. We're not really sure what he's doing. Why does he toss paper towels at people? I mean, is this what people who are stupid do? I guess so. They can't read, so they have to do something with their time. It's paper towel Charmin tossing challenge. He's tossing them out to people. Yes, the tie cost $2.99 the day I got the suit, so it has a little bit of the gray in it. I thought it would be kind of nice. My forehead is big. I can't get forehead reduction therapy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was born with a large head. I'm not sure what you mean by tossing a salad, so I'm not going to comment on that. No, my head is just very big. I was born with a very large brain pan, twice the size of Donald Trump's and Barack Obama's. So my head is capable of handling much more information. My brain clearly is capable of dealing with a lot of problems. I multitask very well, I think. I can't grow a beard. I'd have to be out of my mind to grow a beard. I could grow a beard like a guy who looked a lot like me, but I don't like beards. I don't like facial hair. But it worked really well for him. The man I'm referring to is a guy named Teddy Roosevelt. And I happen to look a lot like Teddy Roosevelt, the original guy that we know to be Teddy Roosevelt, the guy that built our country, basically, and we're proud to have as an ex-president. Not FDR, but Teddy Roosevelt, his cousin. Why are you doing this to me? Hang on. Well, let's be clear. There we go. That was Teddy Roosevelt. One of the most awesome presidents we've ever had. And he had facial hair when he grew up, you know. I have a lot in common with Teddy Roosevelt, actually. I had childhood sicknesses when I was young that I never repeated throughout my life. Luckily, I got over them. I built immunity to all that, but... Yeah, it's kind of a... I'm not stuck on myself. I just want to show you that I do look a lot like Teddy Roosevelt. And he wore a big mustache, so... My fellow Americans, my fellow my fat sorry. Earlier today we were thinking I was looking more and more like Al Pacino, you know. I asked everybody in the room if they would be a crisis actor for $5,000, because I remember in the movie Scarface, some guy walked up to Al Pacino, Scarface character, and hang on, we've got a little problem here. And I was offering people, I'm going to offer everybody the same question in just a second. Hang on. Okay. Okay, say hello to my little friend. Okay. All right. I'll give you $5,000. Okay? I'll give you $5,000 if you become a crisis actor and lie through your teeth and sign a waiver with the government to lie incessantly. Now, I'm not offering you $5,000, but how many of you would take $5,000 to lie, cheat, and steal and become a crisis actor and pretend like it was a terrible thing? Okay. You cockroaches! How many press 1 if you would do it? Press 1. Okay? Here you go. Say hello to how many people are going to say 1? Take $5,000 to lie, cheat, and steal and become a crisis actor for the American people. For the government. They're telling you that they want you to go to an event and be a crisis actor. How many of you would accept $5,000? So we're seeing 2 people. 3 people so it would take $5,000 to lie, cheat, and steal. That just tells you where we're at. Luckily, it's down from the 4 or 5 that we were listening to earlier that would do it. You're holding out for $10,000? Okay. Well, apparently a lot of people like money. And being a crisis actor is not something that many people are cut out to do. I mean, you have to sign a waiver saying that you'll lie and cheat and steal and claim that, you know, you saw something that you didn't, to convince everybody that something bad happened. Arnold Schwarzenegger speaking in Washington at a rally. Oh, let's go to Arnold. Hold on, please. One moment for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to be here in Washington. And I'm looking at the building. I'm talking about Congress now. They have an approval rating of 16%. Herpes and colonoscopies are more popular than Congress. But for some miracle reason, 98% of them get reelected. And the reason is because it's a fixed system. It's a fixed system. That's what gerrymandering is all about. And this is why I say that the only one that can fix it is the Supreme Court. That's why we are here today, the Supreme Court, to ask them to fix this problem of severe gerrymandering.
Yeah.
Because Einstein already said a long time ago,
yeah,
that the ones that create the problem cannot fix it. And so Congress will never ever fix this problem.
Yeah.
Because they have one interest and one interest only, and this is to stay in power.
Yes, so right. Yeah, right. It's, you know, it is so true that Congress won't sign on to term limits. They won't do anything. They're not going to ever do anything to make it better. Thank you so much. Arnold will play back later. Yeah. I was wondering if he was spending time with his love child. I understand that. So Scissor Fight said he's holding out for $6 billion. Then you'll feed the homeless with your role as a crisis actor. That's pretty funny, man. Yeah, I think the homeless problem is terrible. In California, you know, you go to Disneyland, and just outside Disneyland, there's all these tents of people that are starving to death. 6 billion is a good number. Yeah, we are going to ask if anyone is going to be here today to talk about my love child. Or would you like to talk about something else? All right. Well, we've got one heck of a video lineup tonight. I didn't even get to all my videos from last night. we just got bombarded with videos. Yeah, let's look at that. Here's the picture of Donald passing out the paper towels. This is what a kind and generous person throws paper towels at people. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you. Okay, so this has got to be the most inane thing a president could do, aside from tweeting at 3 in the morning and destabilizing international politics. Now he's doing his favorite thing of throwing paper towels at people. This is his form of benevolence, folks. Okay, we're here with Sarah. She's in the room. She's going to spend some time with all of you. Thank you. She also is against gun control. And she believes that we need to all be able to bear arms, and that's a big part. You know that Michael Moore has come out today saying that he wants to abolish the Second Amendment. Can you believe this liberal freak? I mean, Michael Moore claiming he wants to abolish the Second Amendment. Doesn't he realize that that's exactly what the New World Order is trying to do? They want to disarm the population. That's why these events are happening. There's a lot of weird news about the shooting. We also have confirmation that there was there was actually an ad placed by CNN. This is kind of crazy.
So of course, his wife came back from the Philippines. I mean, I was way behind, but the wife came back from the Philippines, or girlfriend rather, and he, meanwhile, before that, had sent like $100,000 over to the Philippines.
Right.
And before that, like. And that was in one lump sum, and before that, like 10 grand a month or something for
right.
Who knows how long. And so he had like money stocked away, and they were like all surprised that she actually came back. And
she probably had no reason to think this guy was going to do anything, because he didn't do anything. He was an unwitting patsy. There was an eyewitness next door to the room that said that he heard many men come into the room, the 32nd floor room. And they heard a handgun go off, which was probably the shot that killed him to the head. Then they put it in his hand, made it look like a suicide.
Unless it was a suicide.
No, because the shooting started before they came up to the room. The shooting originally started on the 10th floor, and the fact that the government isn't even investigating this is a big, big, huge open sore that we need to examine. So... Plus, they knew days before on Google. That's right. And that's what I was going to tell Sarah. Google had a September 29th posting from CNN that...
And what about the Benghazi trial that's going on right now?
Yeah, and the Benghazi trial is going on. And that's a big cover-up for this event, the false flag event, to take our eyes off of that. Because we all know Benghazi is an open sore regarding Hillary, and we never got to the bottom of that. Let's get to the point and roll another joint. You don't know how it feels to be me. I know. And Tom Petty's dead. And this whole event basically put that aside.
You don't know how it feels to be me. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. He passed away. So the media refuses to report on the Benghazi trial, which is going on. There were a bunch of postings from September 29th, not only CNN. Yeah, let's show you one of the clips that Scissorfight had grabbed. I'm going to show you the actual image from the Google posting, and then I'll post a link in the room. This has been archived, so it's in perpetuity. They can't retract it. But here's Stephen Paddock. Here's what we know about the Las Vegas shooter. Posted September 29th, 2017. 3 days before the actual event. 3 days, mind you, before the actual event. So unbelievable. Not only do they not have all of their ducks in line, these people have an unbelievable, uncanny desire to just BS everybody and pull off the most unbelievable hoax and false flag on earth. But yes, people may have died. So there it is. Here's the link to the archive of the event. Check it out. No, seriously, they posted it 3 days before the event. They knew this whole thing. They even had a patsy. This Paddock guy was a patsy. Well, check it out. Look at it. You can see it up close. It's clearly indicating that this was indeed a false flag event put together by a large group of people. It wasn't just one guy, a lone gunman theory. That's all BS. So why the government isn't investigating is another huge question that we have to ask. We've got so many things that we have to discuss that are just... I guess it's kind of like the whole world has become Operation Distraction, you know?
So somebody says people can change those dates.
Well, that's arguable. All right, let's move on. You guys can talk to Sarah for a while. We are going to allow guest chat as soon as I get back. We unfortunately are being attacked every night. Lots of things are happening in the background. We'd like to just focus on the show and interacting with the chat. So, date doctoring. Here's the original post right there. Yeah. Scissor Fight released the actual post from September 29th of the event. They claimed that the shooter was this guy, and yeah, they had already pre-prepped the story, and it went out early. I'm not going to make a pizza. I'm making a type of spaghetti tomorrow. It'll be I have some amazing stuff. It's going to be a seafood spaghetti. All right, thank you. It's called a high incident project. They want to make the American public think that places with extremely high security are not safe. They are trying to create more regulations, and you'll see laws proposed within the next few years to put up more metal detectors and other security devices. So they want to profit from an even bigger police state. So that's one of the reasons why this is being planned, according to this tweet from an anonymous person. Okay. I prepare dinner, and
David usually prepares dishes for me.
I leave it for Sarah when she gets out of the show. So she's going to give you a break right now. Maybe a break.
He prepares them, and then I eat them. Usually. Sometimes I'll do something separate. But... something like that. I don't think it was Googled on September 29th. Good point. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't eat any of that pizza, if you can call it that. I did, however, he had those crescent rolls that he made the crust with. And I did make up, like, I cooked up some of those crescent rolls. Like they're supposed to be cooked, not like the bottom of a pan pizza. And they were really good. The organic crescent rolls that he had. That was really good. Work was really good today. Yeah, it's been going really well. I've enjoyed it. I love what I do. You get Pillsbury organic crescent rolls. I think that's what David had, but I don't think they're without gluten, because I think they probably have gluten in them. Because otherwise, how do they make them without gluten? They make them from like rice flour or something like that. The Michigan judge threw the mom in jail for not vaccinating her child. Oh, rice flour. Okay. Interesting, yeah. I would probably get it with extra gluten. Hello, Dr. Sausage 2, and hello, Ron. We think David is a little over the top, by far the best politician in the U.S. Thanks, Dr. Sausage. And hi, Ron. What will I eat tonight? Well, David made some potatoes. Like, I came home and the type of person I am is I would be like munching on, like I had a handful of walnuts earlier, and that's kind of what I would do, is I would just eat snack food all the time. Not a lot of it, but I would just snack all the time. So, but David made like, I think he made some chicken, and he definitely made potatoes, which I'm okay with potatoes. I was gonna eat potato chips, so I might as well eat actual potatoes, like steamed potatoes, which is good. Oh, that Google search thing was hacked. All right. Here, Sarah, let's debunk them. Well, I don't know. I think he made some other stuff too, but he might be eating that. He usually makes some... Oh, let me save this. I don't think I saved it. Save changes. All changes saved. He usually makes some kind of vegetable to go with it. Like, lately it's been Brussels sprouts. But other times... It's a common problem documented on Google's troubleshooting boards. Seems kind of convenient that Google would have such a common problem. In my mind, that should be the simplest thing to get right. All the complex tasks they manage to pull off with such ease, but getting the date right is somehow beyond their grasp. Okay, literally none of the dates in Google match up with the articles that have date lines. It's a problem with Google's algorithms. Some of the search results even said 2015. So it's a issue with... He does a lot. David does a huge amount. Can you please see us eat together? Probably not. I mean, that's the thing. It's like we're two ships passing in the night. The trigonometry of terror. Okay, that's an interesting article. Nobody listened about the trigonometry of terror. David does mow the lawn. I'm so grateful for that. You can do anything besides teach. You could be a manager. You could be a manager. at like a retail place. There's lots of things you could do. No, I'm not one of those people that leave like a task list for David to complete. No, I'm not one of those. A House panel approves $10 billion for a border wall. Okay, thanks, George Washington one. No, it has to pass the Senate. Yeah, be pro, go with DuckDuckGo. There you go. I'm sure David does. He wears a lot of things when he goes to mows the lawn. I don't know. What do you want to do? You want to leave teaching, or do you enjoy teaching? China has a radical new plan to get rockets and humans to space. They're going to use Dr. Meow's design to launch space rockets from high altitude planes to save half the fuel to make them lift off from the equator. Wait, are you, I didn't know you were Richard Branson, Dr. Meow. You're Richard Branson and you've been sitting in my room all this time? Because didn't he have that similar idea? Oh, ouch, no. Oh, man. All right. So silently slip them a book, like anonymously give them the book. I know, great minds think alike. Learning Transformed, actually, even better. I give them a stack of books. The Multipliers book. I love the Multipliers book. That's like one of my favorite ones. Ooh, I know. Oh, the Multipliers book by Liz Wiseman. That one, you have to do this like as a anonymous gift to your principal, like just plain wrapped envelope. You can even mail it, so it's like just shows up on their desk. Move Your Bus by Ron Clark of the Ron Clark Academy. And Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek. Oh, and Learning Transformed. 8 ways to create today's schools, the schools of tomorrow, today. I don't remember who wrote that, but I did read it. If you could only do one, I would say, oh, you're at a small school. Can't you just send it to like her anonymously? Like, you know, no return address. Back in 70. Oh. You had the idea from the Thunderbirds tunes? Alright, good. That's... you might be right, Comedy Love. Really, the one I love, the Multipliers book. Oh, that's a good idea, Dr. Washington. I'm surprised Dr. Meow didn't come up with that. He would say that's a very good one. A high-altitude Zeppelin. Very good. Don't they have one in production already? They look like a... Anyway. I agree with that dude. Wise people put knowledge into practice. Yeah, teaching is the only job you've ever had. Wow. Well, I think teachers are very capable of pretty much anything. That's just my own opinion. That's a good idea, Misanthropy. Oh, yes, good idea, dude. They've launched satellites into space via high-altitude superpressure balloons and other balloon designs near Earth's orbit. That's cool. Fantastic. You could be an accountant. It might require going back to school because I was looking into being an accountant, and you have to have a bachelor's degree in accounting at least. And it's like, do I want to go back and get my bachelor's degree when I already have a bachelor's degree? But if you like numbers, maybe. What is going on, Dano? You just don't... She? Is it a she? Is it a he? Did she find out, or he find out that you're dating another teacher? What do you enjoy? Obviously, he enjoys numbers if he wants to do accounting. Oh. Is this a relatively new principal? Oh, you've refused to take on a 5th class. So that's an option to take on a 5th class? Yeah, that's probably true. Breaking news. Mad Dog, you're here, you're here, you're here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Zetterbeard. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in like forever. How have you been, buddy? Oh, for the extra money? Because if you don't take on the 5th class, then she has to hire somebody else. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Yikes. You're right. It's like, is it worth it? $35 a week for another full class of students? $1 each per week. Oh, yay, Jackson's here, or is alive. Glad to hear it. She failed in real engineering jobs, but she had job offers because she was a woman in engineering, but failed in them. Comedy love for real engineering. Like what? Oh, you would teach another class instead of having a planning period. Yeah, I don't know if I would do that, no. Thank you, Mad Dog. All right. Yeah, I don't think I would take on another class. Because planning periods are really important. Yeah. Okay, George Washington, your question was about... Yeah, everybody can be an engineer. Oh, for $6 billion, would you be a crisis actor? No. I don't... You mean one of these, like, real crisis actors where they're... I would be a... No. I can't... I just have to say no to that. I don't like... I'm not an actress. I'm just a real person. Yay, Mad Dog! You have a job interview! It's not another morgue. You want to get out of the morgue? Oh, South Carolina doesn't allow more than... You guys are lucky to know. You don't allow more than 19 students in a single class. How cool is that? Man. Yes, and engineers not only design but build. Priceless breaking news. What? Are you too good for dead people, Mad Dog? George Washington, not nice. Oh my goodness. I guess there's plenty of people that would want your job at the morgue, huh? Who knew? Okay. A person with a physics degree that specializes in theoretical science can't build anything. Practical science gives us technology. I don't know, John Engaged. Yeah, David's dishes often are lacking in meat. You mean a gynecologist or an obstetrician? Many people can do that. People that care about women's health. You believe teachers do not take tough college courses. What would be a tough college course for you? Are you saying like calculus? Probably true. At least for me. Yeah, what do you define as a tough college course? I just take philosophy. Oh, physics 1, 2, 3. True, I never took a physics course. I probably would have liked taking physics courses, but I never took one. Okay, good for you, breaking news. I sometimes felt that way, to know. Who's that? I love fries. Is that you? Hello. There are high school teachers who do take physics courses. That's true. Force equals mass times acceleration is all you need to know. Yeah. Well, child psychology, I think, is important at the elementary level. Etiquette. Ooh, yes. Etiquette courses would be good. Yep, I have the job. Force equals mass times acceleration. Speed. Oh, I love chemistry. I only took one chemistry course, but I loved it so much. I do teach English. I could probably be a better English teacher, but I do teach English. I sometimes teach I should teach computer programming. My students would love that. Yeah, I probably should. Chemistry was amazing. Except I didn't go forward in chemistry because at the time I didn't do the labs well or something. Anyway, computer programming. Do you know about code.org? That's pretty fun. I have not watched Jeopardy in about a decade. I used to really enjoy Jeopardy. No, I have not played the game you gave me yet. Sorry. Head down. I disagree with you, monkey. I don't need to do that. You should play it on the stream. That's a good idea. No, I like women. I like everybody. Everyone can play it with me. It's like a multiplayer thing, or people, or is it like a choose your own adventure where I can say, okay, what should I do? Alright, well that's way back on Sunday, September 10th. Okay. Oh no. I lost whatever thing I was looking at. Okay. Gotta go. Oh, security's saying no more coffee till tomorrow. Bye, Dirk. Thanks for coming in. Okay, we can all work together to solve the problem. That's pretty cool. I think I downloaded it on my laptop. Should I download it on my regular computer? I agree. I think everyone should take some computer programming these days. Comedy Love 4. It's small. Okay. Next time I come in, because David's coming back in a few. In some places, McDonald's does have security if people are lingering and only drinking coffee. I'll just say that much. Oh, yes, the medical coding, medical billing is a big industry. You could do that from home, from what I hear. I know somebody who did it, but that was a long time ago. What am I doing? I am sitting here talking to you. I agree, Miss Anthropy. I wouldn't want it anything to do with them either. Oh. Oh, Ron, you don't have to do that. I appreciate it, though.
Okay, stellar mountain view out the back, or out the front, and then there's chicken salad and potatoes and Brussels sprouts if you want any of that.
Okay.
I made chicken salad. So we did update our chat over at YouTube.
I think we got our... Didn't we get a card from him?
Yeah, he definitely sent us a card, yeah.
And he said that too.
Okay.
I said, you don't have to do that. I appreciate the thought.
Oh, that's so nice.
Ron is cool people.
Yeah, yeah. We were given, yeah. Anyway, a wonderful Christmas card. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, chicken salad.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have grapes in it. That's a great idea. I didn't even put any walnuts in because I didn't find the walnuts. But
oh, I just opened them.
Oh, maybe they're under there. Okay, we'll add them to chicken salad if you want.
Oh, okay.
I just made a simple chicken salad with celery and onion and
Okay.
And some potatoes and Brussels sprouts. So, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Yeah, apples and walnuts and chicken salad is really good. Okay, let's do guest chat too. 10-4 with that. Yes, good buddy. Yeah, we're kind of overwhelmed by a lot of the stuff going on in the news, as you are, and it's been kind of confusing. Obviously, there's been tragic reveals from people at that event. The question is, were they actually crisis actors and actresses? I think some of these people really went to the event, paid $210 and got shot. It's very possible. I saw some video of the event that I copied, and let me bring it up for you, that could show gunfire on the ground for those of you that believe that there were no shots fired. And I hope I can put this together for you. It's from the actual event.
Come on, get down. Come on, honey. Come on, you have to sit. I can't see you. Just stop. not. I want to go with him. No. I know, but yes, he's a paramedic. I know. Quit. Did he answer? It's okay. Okay, it's okay. Just stop. No, you're not, Tina.
No, you're not doing it at all.
Here, everybody. I can help y'all. Well, you're going to wait till they catch the shooter first. Oh my gosh. Down, everyone. Terrence.
That's crazy.
Terrence Reese. Get down.
They're not shooting us.
Get down. Terrence. Cookie. Stay down.
This is crazy.
Okay, that kind of gives you an idea of how it felt to be there and to see Now, I did see there was gunfire on the ground, so I morphed my views into believing that there are casualties here, but it is still a false flag, and it is of epic proportion. It's conspiratorial in nature. The lone gunman doesn't fly. They definitely shot from the 10th floor, and then went up to the 32nd floor, and then placed this guy's body there, and then shot him with a handgun, and then killed him, and then moved. Yeah. Stop screaming. Well, that was as real as it gets, you know. It's like, no, I'm not going to stand here and believe that nobody got hurt. That's insane. But we still have a false flag on our hands. That's my opinion at this point. Solid opinion. Yeah, you know, there's lots of things going on, you know, in the background we don't even know about, and we don't know what that could be. So, but again, a full investigation is necessary. So I'm asking that we call Batman to come to the rescue. Batman and his trusted companion Robin. What would Batman say in this particular instance? Well, Robin, it seems that there's a group of people, Zionists, that are controlling the world. Jiminy Cricket! Jiminy Cricket, Batman! It seems that they're trying to trigger false flags around the world, like that ultimately have gun control. Gee willikers, Batman? Really? Did Batman really molest Robin? Are you just making this up or what? The original Batman died last year. The Batman from the TV series. Adam West. You're serious? I didn't know. You're serious? Because I thought Robin liked Batman. They even got together later in life. Are you spinning a story now talking about Robin? Because Robin's still alive. You can ask him. This message censored by Vaughn Live. Super duper genius. Did you just write this in the chat room? Because you may not be able to see this. Let me put this on the screen. Is Vaughn actually censoring you? Because this is really weird. He's doing all kinds of things to screw with our show. Did you write that? This message censored by Vaughn Live? Yeah. Look at that. Seriously. Right in front of your eyes, everybody. Steve-O's got one sent a message by Vaughn Live too. Look at this. It didn't censor on your end, yeah, but it's getting bad, I know. Hey, we do have backup chat rooms. We've got the YouTube chat room. Ron Brown's over there. We also have the Ustream chat room, which no one goes into for some reason. The IBM Ustream chat room. But we also have a C-Box on our site that takes any chat from anyone, anytime. Yeah, it's happening to Zetterbeard too. Look at that. Everything is being censored by Mark. Okay, he doesn't want anyone coming in here. And then he's got all kinds of things trying to shut everybody, including good, credible viewers, down. So I opened up guest chat, but I doubt he... Oh, no, it's off now. Okay, come on in. Wow. Unbelievable. He's censoring things right in front of our eyes. 4912 censored by Vaughn. Apparently he doesn't want us casting here. It's war bitches. Man arrested for threatening Vegas-style mass shooting on Facebook. Yeah, I would say so. If you're threatening a similar type of shooting, not a good move. The FBI evidence response team looks over the crime scene following the mass shooting at Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival on Las Vegas Strip. A man in Oklahoma City has been arrested for threatening to carry out a mass shooting in San Antonio just days after 59 people were allegedly killed and more than 500 allegedly injured. Roderick Lamar Robinson, who posted the threats on his Facebook page Tuesday night, has been charged with a terrorism hoax under Oklahoma law and faces a charge in Bexar County of making terrorist threats. Not fun. He is playing games with me. It's not fun. It's really messed up. Dave, the inside of my fridge smells like a hippo's fanny. What could it be? Most likely milk products will go bad very fast. Rodney, I have my own hair stylist. It's Audio Animatrize David. I am able to adjust my hands with certain clarity and perfection with a scissors. And I'm able, it's like Edward Scissors hands, you know, when I'm, so yeah, I give myself a little trim. I think it's good. I'm happy with it. Yes, let's move on. You're not allowed to say negative things. I told you that. Yes, Miley and Adam sound great together. Good. Thank you. Looked like girlfriend. Blue balls. You hear about the woman who yelled, "You're all gonna die" 45 minutes before the actual shooting? Yeah, I heard about that, Rocker. Yeah, we played that yesterday. Yep. Just got here. I see the ban or no gun control. Please expound on that. Absolutely. We're trying to get ahead of the assault weapons ban that Donald Trump is going to propose. Many of you Trump supporters are going to freak out when he supports gun control. So I want you all to remember that I'm the no gun control guy. All right? Thank you. I love this tie. It picks up the color of my suit ever so subtly with a moire pattern. The suit I got for 50 cents at the thrift store. It's a $1,000 suit. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself. Yes, I'm thinking Paddock was not only a mole or a scapegoat, moralistically a patsy. The correct term is patsy. Yeah, 50 cents at the thrift store. I couldn't believe it. I said, is that the 50 cent section? And the suit was sitting there, and he's like, yeah. Okay, it's a size 50, and I'm a 47. You can see I'm kind of swimming in it. But like the Hitman, I'm a 47 size upper. Heck of a deal, yeah. I couldn't believe it. So somebody must have died. You think it was a Manchurian Candidate? It looks like the guy had gambling issues. Apparently neighbors said he lived like a kind of a simple life in a really nice house. He made a lot of money on video gambling. Maybe he got too good at video gambling and they pulled him in. And they wanted to end his little streak of video gambling. Somebody could be making tons of money on the side and the mob knows who they are. But nobody else does. And there's ways of apparently manipulating the video gambling sector. And that's why, you know, this guy may have been pulled out and just taken out completely. And his father was allegedly a criminal bank robber at one time. You gamble all the time? Really? Are you making money as a gambler? Or an online gambler? Are you? Some of you people are in the black making money. Yeah, we're going to need body armor in the suit. So a 50 I thought would be appropriate. And when I get the dragon skin sent to me, the kind that has the magnetic chips in it, that's amazing. That technology. The mic is too noisy. Okay, I'll close down a little bit. Are you getting any static? I've got an air filter in the back. I make more money than you wouldn't see in a lifetime. I'm not into money. It doesn't impress me. Let me turn the fan down. Hang on. Look at the air filter going here. I'm not impressed by money. I still have a fan going, but it's very, very low now. Is that better? No, I have no jealousy. No. Good. Okay, thank you. I am just non-materialistic. That's the best way I could describe it. I have everything I want and then some. I mean, you wouldn't believe my life. I live in absolute luxury. But I'm also in poverty. So when you're president, buy this car? Well, everything is paid for, so I live on a meager budget. Okay, this is what it's like to be shot by an AK-47 in a Mercedes-Benz. Let's take a look. TAC, Texas Armoring Corporation. Yeah, they do retrofits on all these vehicles. Here, you're going to check it out right now. Here, we're going to see it. Oh, that's the end of the video? The following footage? Here we go.
Materials and manufacturing techniques, our products are simply stronger and safer than the competition. One more thing. My name is Trent Kimball, President and CEO of Texas Armoring Corporation. When it comes to assuring our clients' safety, we take product testing extremely seriously.
Wow, this is impressive. Okay, I've seen enough. I'm convinced. Notice how they just hit the windshield so they didn't have to replace the whole vehicle. That's very smart of them. Wow, look at that. Unbelievable. Okay, Trent. There he is.
Life is valuable. Protect it.
Yes, thank you. My car will be arriving shortly for the full bulletproofing. Oh, I'm sorry. We've got another attack in the show. Gosh, guest is always coming back at me. You know, guess you guys can keep chatting though. Don't hesitate. Just because Mark is paying these people to do that. You think they cut the film and put a mannequin in there? It was all CGI? Hang on. Hold on. See, I got a... That's another tactic, but I have to have the phone anyway in case anyone wants to call in. If you or any of your family members were at the event and you were a decedent, friends of a decedent, you want to call in, call 707-YOUR-ATP, Y-O-U-R-ATP. I'd love to hear from you and to hear about your personal story and the tragedy that your family's incurring. Because as you know, I was rather insensitive the other day thinking that nobody died because there was no evidence. Silly me, you know? Wanting evidence and all that, you know? Gosh, sorry. Bingo! Vegas shooting taxi driver's video. Yeah, I saw that. We have that on cue somewhere. This is the end, my only... Yeah, we'll play that a little later. Thank you for that. Yeah, Beekman, I must have gotten this from a dead man because it was 50 cents at the thrift store. It's a Pierre Balmain from France, from Paris. Yeah, so that's all. Bonjour. We have people from France watching us right now. And I believe we are still encountering Operation Distraction. So you notice how we haven't talked about the Russian involvement in Trump's presidency or the sex tapes tonight? That's what false flags are all about. Yeah, taking our mind off of things and promoting gun control. Yeah, that's what they do. They're messing with our brain. And I didn't want to have to, you know, talk about the dreaded weather control that they're doing. But we are on Wasteful Wednesday, so it's important to talk about pollution. The weather, the pollution, you probably saw the dry fog that woman encountered last night on our show. She actually was hit with dry fog, which is pure pollution being dumped on her head. And we got all false flags going on all over the place. So, yeah, big times for weirdness. Okay, it's never the point if someone died or didn't. The point is, what are they trying to hide or what is their agenda? Yeah, exactly. Well, a lot of people jumped on me because I was saying that I didn't have any evidence of anyone dying, but I have evidence of people being hurt. Oh, yeah. I have pretty convincing evidence of a couple people that look like they were dead. So, but everything else is all choreographed. Conspiracy theorists can run wild with this one because there was shooting from 2 different locations, maybe even the shooters on the ground. We had a video of a person making a shot from one of the ground positions. Let's see if I can bring that up. This is a blurry image, but it's there.
Okay, see that? You hear it?
Okay.
Hey, watch.
This video might not be on very long. There's the video. You can see him taking a shot. He looks like one of the cops. Yeah. He looks like one of the cops that might have been the shooter. So that could carry with the idea that there were actual deaths. No, I don't talk about sex with anyone on our show. That's just inappropriate. And I don't think Sarah does either. That's a lie. Yeah. I have said last night that I technically have never had sex. I'm still virgin. Okay, I'll play it more for you. I've never had unprotected sex, so I've never had skin-to-skin sex with a woman. So that means that I could have had a lot of sex, but not in the form that you humans engage in. I'm thinking of going as an android or possibly a robot, or an AI robot during the Halloween show. I think that would be the scariest thing I could do. I don't know what is scarier than an AI.
Okay, watch. Right there, see that? You hear it?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay,
look at this.
Right there,
Da -da 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 -da.
you hear it?
You can see him engage.
Okay, watch.
Okay, watch. Did you see it? Did you hear it? Did you see it? Did you hear it? Did you see it? Did you hear it? That'll be the new name of the show. Did you see it? Did you hear it? Welcome to Did You See It? Did You Hear It? And Operation Distraction. We're here to distract you from the sex tapes that Donald Trump is allegedly has and probably will be revealed. I don't have any cancer at all. I have no idea where these rumors are propagating from. No, I don't believe any YouTube video. I believe a lot of things are coming in through the internet that add to the rich internet media, which to me is far better, a far, far better thing. That we watch everything we can to get information instead of just listening to the fake news on CNN. A lot of you Trump-tards are having problems with your brain working. I'm going to help you along here. I'm going to kind of walk you through why false flags exist. I'm in favor of never having gun control. Donald Trump may flip-flop on this issue. We anticipate that he's going to be proposing an assault weapons ban any day now. So that, in lieu of the fact that he's being a puppet for the New World Order and you people voted for him, you should all apologize to all of your Democratic friends. So make a phone call to every Democratic friend you have and say, I'm sorry. I'm still missing a friend of mine who's a Republican. He's dropped off the radar. I'm kind of worried about him. Maybe he was in Vegas. I don't know. No, I think we should look at the fact that a third party is the only way we're going to address the false flaggery. I'm proposing a media verification alliance where we can actually verify whether things are happening or not. And, you know, in order to prevent Operation Distraction, this media verification alliance would be right there to put together a package of videos and information for all of you to see on a website. And they would actually travel to the location courtesy of Uncle Sam, but we'd only pay them for their car and their motels. So it's like a per diem, and you'd have to be fairly well off to do it. Plus, you have to be able to put all of your assets and money into a public trust, which is something we should require Donald Trump to do, and Jared Kushner to do, and everybody in the White House to do, but currently we're not, which is open to manipulation. I heard from my last I heard from my Republican chicken hawk friend probably about 2 weeks ago. Then I called him back, and his phone number had been turned off. Which link do you need? The one of the yeah, here you go. This is the shooter on the ground video. Okay, shooter on ground, which means there's probably a couple of shooters, if not 3 or 4. There you go, blue-balled monkey. So we're going to try to keep guest chat on as much as possible. I'm going to be fighting through the thicket of attacks from the doxters that are getting paid by Mark Bond to censor us. And we still haven't found an alternative chat room to go to. And I know a lot of you still like Bond for the chat. It seems to have good chat visibility. So we understand why you're still here. No, I don't think he's hiding from me. I'm really sincerely worried about him. I rarely ever see him change his number, and he didn't respond to my email asking him for his new phone number. So he's not the kind of guy who would ever drop his phone number. You know, now your phone numbers are portable, so, and he's been Mr. High Tech for years, and he could easily move his phone number to a new location. He didn't. So I'm a little bit worried about the guy. I've known him for like 40 years. I met him when I was 17 years old. No, he was not Stephen Paddock. I never drink naked with anybody. There was one time in a jacuzzi where I did sit there, and we suggested that everybody got naked, but it never happened. I was drinking a shot for every year in the 1970s, and believe me, that was a huge mistake. I threw up in the toilet, and that was one of the only drinking experiences I've ever had. So luckily I didn't get alcohol poisoning back then. I'm talking about somebody who's very close, and if you're thinking it's that person, then you're not necessarily able to verify that. But we'll see if he pops up or not. If not, I'm going to have to contact his next friend. I know a friend of a friend that might be able to help me. I know I look ridiculous in this big suit, but I'm waiting for my dragon armor to get here. And it's a new metallic dragon armor that adjusts to every single bullet that comes my way. I hope I get in touch with them too, because I'm a little worried about him, seriously. Thanks, Beekman. I'm thinking that maybe he's the kind of guy that just does not drop off the radar. It's kind of strange. I have lots of friends around the country, but you know, I don't really stay in touch with them all because many of them are married and they have kids. And hey there, gay boy. Many of them are married and have kids, and you know, there's just so many changes that happen when a person reaches a certain age that it's easy to lose track of the friends you had when you're 20, 25, 30. Yeah, gay boy's here. Rodney, you might have a chance to meet him. Maybe there's a match made in heaven here. You and Rodney's cousin. I don't know. The whole thing sounds really weird. They wouldn't know who this person is unless they trace my phone calls. That's the only way they'd ever know who that person was, because I've kept his name and everything completely shielded. No, Steve-O, you may want to take that $1 offer to become a crisis actor. You're a little bit off the track there. You know, the whole motorcycle thing, I'm not concerned about. You know that it's not my wish to have a motorcycle. You know that. No, they've been getting a reason. The reason why Dragon Armor was rejected was because for the contract the U.S. military had. The reason why they were rejected was because they heated up in temperatures of 103 degrees. They started to melt. Yes, we are on Facebook. In fact, you can get us at USATP Facebook. We're also America's Third Party. And I believe we have third-party Facebook too. So we're a lot of different Facebook accounts. I appreciate the compliments about the suit. Yeah, but again, the new dragon skin armor is metallic and it has magnets in it that when a bullet approaches, all the metal goes like cinches in on the bullet like that. See, bullets are made from iron, so really amazing technology. So I can't wait till it arrives. It's not exactly cheap, you know, it's pretty pricey. Lead, steel, yeah. Okay, mysterious metal towers popping up in New York City. Homeland Security is talking about it. Yeah, $100 million was spent on this.
Jose Lugo says these tall metal towers quickly popped up after Brooklyn Battery Tunnel toll booths came down.
We don't really know what's the purpose of this.
It's a $100 million MTA project.
And it's ready to zap you and your family at any time. These amazing beacons of electrical energy could seriously mess up an entire culture. I need to know what this is. I have no idea, and I'm getting concerned. The police state's growing, and we don't need anybody to continue creating a bigger police state. I don't think I have exactly what's... Yeah, well, it's a good thing my suit makes my head look small because my head's extremely large. I suffer from massive headitis. Tesla technology, cool. You have dragon skin ice? Dragon skin ice spotted in Antarctica. No, you're not going to get any information on the dragon skin coats that they're developing now. It's highly top secret stuff. Yeah, you won't get any. Dragon skin doesn't even talk about their new line. Yeah, all you got was dragon skin ice. I hear you, man. Searching the internet doesn't make life any easier, does it? We have 900 million viewers on UHF, UHF4, Pasca, and UHF Asia. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Wasteful Wednesday features amazing amounts of chemicals being dumped in your head, on your neighborhoods. I don't know about China, but in America, we get daily drive-bys of jets, and some of them seem like they're automated, like they're running without a pilot. No, I didn't collude with anybody in the 2008 election. I don't collude with people. I'm not part of the Russian conspiracy. But many of you are disbelieving that these are chemtrails, and you're calling them contrails. Konnichiwa, hello. What I'm concerned about is these things are going on all the time, and nobody's talking about them. So I'm going to talk about them, and I'm going to play them in the background for you to look at. In the 60s and 70s, the industrial pollution was thrown into the ocean. In the 80s and 90s, the industrial pollution was atomized and turned into aerosols. In the year 2000, they started a brand new program of aerosol contamination of our environment using industrial waste. And the old statement, dilution is the solution to pollution, has never been more meaningful, because these people who are psychotic, who are trying to destroy the earth, that you know what I'm talking about, right? They literally want to kill off 90% of the population. I don't believe in aliens, no. Yeah, I'm listening, and we're all talking about it. So more people are talking about it. I don't think even Beekman, you never thought that this was possible. And now you're starting to think that it is. I don't believe in any flat earth theory. That's a diversion the government created to divert people from questioning the moon landing, which doesn't have a lot of supporting evidence. I might want to review that. Well, most people don't have the IQ to accept that they're being sprayed like insects, because most people have the IQ of an insect. But what these are actual photographs of what goes on all the time in America and around the world. Over Italy, that's been spotted. Over Germany, it's been spotted. Over Australia, it's been spotted. And a lot of you are becoming more homosexual, and you don't know why. Well, they're using something called a nanoparticle. It's a genetic mutation of the VMAT2 gene. And the VMAT2 gene, if you want to look it up, is being used to turn you into a homo and lower your aggressiveness. It's a gene that connects to your brain tissue and makes people want to be gay. Yeah, so look it up. It's been tested by the Pentagon, and I believe they're using it now as an aerial spray to neutralize the population. But hey, that's just, you know, conjecture. Until you actually trace down that information, it's just somebody talking. So now all you think about is gay sex, which is an outcome of what they're spraying in the air. No, I've managed to eliminate any gayness in my life by basically maintaining a minimal amount of sexual activity. It turns out the more you masturbate, the more you engage this part of your brain that apparently interacts with the VMAT2 gene. So by avoiding masturbation, you're avoiding turning gay. All right, you started turning homo. Oh, if you did, you'd kill yourself? Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, most people would if they're straight. It's true. They don't like turning homo. In fact, it's abhorrent to me, the whole idea of gayness and men kissing and all that. I'm just telling you like it is. It's how it is. You know, I was raised to be intolerant of homosexuality. But I personally believe that, you know, if people want to be gay, they can be gay. I live in the city where the whole don't ask, don't tell originated. Keith Meinhold was a Navy seaman in my area, and he sued because he was a homosexual. And Bill Clinton initiated the don't ask, don't tell policy. No, I'm not gay. And this, Keith Meinhold no longer lives here, of course, but now the don't ask, don't tell policy has morphed into, if you do ask and you do tell, don't be a tranny, otherwise you're out. But General Mattis has said that that's not the case, that he's overturned Donald Trump's attack on transsexuals in the military. And apparently they're still allowed to be in the military until General Mattis becomes president, because obviously Donald Trump can't be president. No, I don't think Putin is a strong leader. I think he's a manipulative, highly engaging dictator. A strong leader helps nations, doesn't intimidate them. Yeah, I've never been gay. Never turned gay, or whatever that means. Steven Seagal is the only person in the world who knows how to pronounce Vladimir Putin. No, I don't really care about Putin, because when I found out he has $200 billion, I knew that he was a real capitalist and that they could buy him off. That's very disturbing. I have no respect for capitalistic pigs who look and sound like communists. I'm not gay. You keep saying that.
All right, so some of you guys are you're expecting more heterosexual behavior from me because you're saying that I sound a little homo. Well, don't worry about it. I can definitely lower my voice register and sound more appropriately hetero. Because I am a hetero, you idiot. Chemtrails are real. You have been eliminated. Putin. Yes, it's a whole thing. He's into... Did you see the video of Putin kissing a young boy? Look it up. Check it out. You'll be blown away. I show it to you right now, but I'm afraid I can't show children on the screen legally. You know, I really don't want to look at prison sexuality right now, John. But if you are gay and you're proud of that, that's great. David, do you think there were a lot of gay convicts in prison? Were? I don't know about were. Clothes armored. You found something nice for me? Okay, this is what I'm planning on wearing underneath my coat. An armored tank top. This amazing armored tank top is a t-shirt. Wow. It'll take a bullet? That's pretty cool. I'm definitely interested in the t-shirt. Okay, send me 3 in an extra large. Thanks. I just showed you... Look at, just because I bring up Michelle Obama and her obvious penis in this picture doesn't mean I like looking at the picture. In fact, it's abhorrent to me, frankly. But I'm going to play it for you against my greater wisdom. And because that's the kind of person that's what I do. I show you the truth. And I don't mind giving you a little truth about Barack Obama's wife, Michelle. And thanks to Joan Rivers, we have this information. We would normally not even have it. Here she is.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
We all know it. I think Barack Obama should be in jail for committing fraud. I think Donald Trump should be in jail for violating the Logan Act and taking bribes. I think Hillary Clinton should be in jail because she obviously knew more about Benghazi and the entire story has been suppressed. Plus, she's probably involved in some human rights activities that may not be totally insulated from prosecution. So I think all three of them need to be jailed, maybe even Bill, if he truly is engaging in orgies at the Orgy Island location of his friend Jeffrey Epstein. Orgies with teenagers is not cool. Yeah. Nope, never went to gay bathhouses or anything. I'm not gay. You guys are so obsessed with gayness, you've been affected by the VMAT2 gene. Here it is, being sprayed on you. This is the nanoparticle that's being dumped on our heads daily now. Red screen, what do you have? Oh, yeah. Michelle Obama and Barack Obama standing next to a toilet. I don't know if that's a real picture. I'm going to assume it's photoshopped. So thank you for looking at those chemicals while I, did the show. And now we're being dumped on like insects, breathing fumes. What are they? They are nanoparticles. They're heavy metals that are used to manipulate the weather, to contaminate the population, you name it. They can do anything with these aerial sprays. One theory is that they're using it to create a solar shield. And that's just the BS theory that the CIA is putting out, that they're going to be using stratospheric aerosol injection to somehow shield the sun of its dangerous UV rays, when in reality aerosols, all aerosols destroy the ozone, which is the filter we have to prevent the UVC rays from baking in and killing your skin or your plants. You'll notice that your plants are not doing very well right now. You'll notice that your plants are probably got brown leaves on them. I know mine do. It's the UVC light that's piercing through the limited ozone layer that they've created due to this aerosol spraying, which is insane, utterly insane. Okay, a soldier showed the receipt from the shooter's hotel. It had 2 guests. Thank you, 587. You've been researching this. And we've also got a story that that the man stayed at that hotel 3 days prior to the 28th. He was there 3 days prior. Nope, I have a birthmark. Yeah, you saw my birthmark from when I was a kid. Yeah. I was born with a mole right here on my neck. You probably can see it right there. That's a distinguishing feature, so in case I am replaced by a clone or some sort of a... Actually, the clone would have my same mole, probably. But if I were a robot and didn't have a mole there, that would be a very important sign. You must check to see if I'm a robot. No, no moles at all. No cancer. All birthmarks. David, show shooter only bring back in backpack, nothing else. Oh, shows the shooter only bringing in a backpack and nothing else. There you go. I didn't know LiveLeak has that. Do you have the link to that? Okay, and apparently this guy was on psych meds. Does diazepam cause aggression? We explained the dangers of the powerful, highly addictive anti-anxiety drug prescribed to the Vegas shooter Stephen Paddock. He was just prescribed 50 10-milligram diazepam pills in June. It's not clear why he was prescribed them. They're advised to take 4 grams and take no more than 40 grams in 24 hours. It started a debate on the side effects. And it's nearly impossible, doctors say, for a pill to be the root cause of a spree killing. I wish they'd get the number of dead right. I mean, since the number's bobbing around 58 to 500 injured, 59 to 530 injured, I mean, please. Since we don't have any proof of anyone dead at all, let's get the name of the number of the dead right, okay? Well, you can't walk on Valium. And diazepam is very much Valium, you're right. Choices are chemically influenced. Good point. They say that some of the young men at one of the worst shootings of all time, Columbine, the men were on Prozac, which is concentrated fluoride. No, I believe people did die. I don't have cancer.
I don't know where your brain is going, but yeah, cancer, not something I have. Yeah. I don't have HIV either. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks. I couldn't be better. You're so kind to be concerned. I'm 57 and I feel great. I look good. I work out all the time. No, the Columbine shooters were not the South Park guys. They were actual shooters, and it was a terrible tragedy that, by the way, was on closed circuit television. Nope, don't look tired either. What's wrong with you people? You have bad time perceiving people on screen, or? Well, I'm 57. I'm proud of the fact that I'm doing great. I feel like I'm 23. I don't know what it is. I have so much energy. It's amazing. Chicken salad is done real good. Yeah. Is real good chicken salad too. There has been rumors of wars and wars that have been the meaning of life has been lost in the wind. What are you saying, John? Who are Obama's kids of tranny? Michelle's a tranny? Well, that's the thing. They had no pictures of Michelle carrying any of the children. Y'all, there's no picture of Michelle pregnant. None. You can't find it anywhere. But it's interesting that Obama's best friends used to hang out with the Obamas, and yeah, they. I think you need to see this picture. It's the doctor that delivered little Sasha and Malia is the mother, and the husband is that man right there, and they're both very close to Michelle and Barack. Yeah, I spend a lot of time. No, I don't experience erectile dysfunction. I just don't try to touch myself indecently a lot. Yeah, I notice that triggers, you know, weird thoughts, like, you know, fantasies and things. Yeah, so if you avoid touching yourself, you won't have these weird thoughts. That's my prediction. Well, you know, like getting down and getting kinky. No, I don't have those kind of thoughts, thank goodness. I don't understand why a woman would want sex 3 times a day. I've never met a woman that wanted sex 3 times a day, so it's hard to imagine that. Well, let's ask the question, are women as sexual as men? And they've studied, you know, the simple fact is we waste a lot of our time during the day. Men think about sex every 3 minutes. Women think about sex every 45 minutes, so... I think men are hardwired to engage in wanting to have sex. It's kind of like the animal kingdom and even the insect kingdom, where little insects, male insects, are constantly seeking females. It's especially true in the gerbil population. All right, you're not allowed to say nasty things in the show, so you're being muted and purged for that reason. It's just a joke page on Facebook. What? Nothing's a joke right now. Well, maybe you are having sex like insects. Really, I mean, it's obvious that all you're thinking about is sex. So you are eating beef byproducts, hot dogs with hormones and steroids in them. Most of you are running out of money, so you must be eating more hot dogs. That would explain why you talk about sex a lot. David, they should have footage of the shooter rolling in 500 pounds of guns and ammo. Yeah, no closed-circuit TV. It's a complete cover-up. Do you guys need more confirmation of a false flag? I mean, they published the story 3 days before. They named the shooter 3 days before it started happening. September 29th, CNN started publishing stories about the shooter. Unbelievable. I mean, this is the most obvious false flag in world history. Yeah, technically I am a virgin. I've never really technically had sex because sex would be skin contact. So because I never had unprotected sex, I've never really had sex. You're making a lot of crap up here. Could you not talk about sex for a while? Thanks. Well, apparently you can poke a hole in your body rubber and have sex. It's possible. How many of you wear a body rubber? I know they're very rare and hard to find. I get a value pack, 10 for $15 at eBay.
But yeah, sometimes you want to protect your whole body against the STIs. There's an outbreak of syphilis in Oklahoma. So if you're in Oklahoma right now, don't engage in profligate sex. Cool. And try to avoid touching yourself. I know that sounds kind of strange, but it really does help. Big cheer for people to abstinence cheer. There you go. Nope, never had that problem. Never been involved in that kind of thing. Yeah, my neighbor. I know Juan Gabriel is watching me. The problem is Juan Gabriel is 6 feet under in a coffin. So if you were elected, top 5 things you would change. Well, we would stop chemtrails. We would end fluoride in water. That's 2. We would legalize marijuana. That's 3. We would shrink the military budget by 50%. That's 4. And we would stimulate green technologies across the country so America could be actually proud of making something again. That's 5. They're not that dirty. You know, I don't do pedicures or manicures. I save a lot of money doing just take a hose and wash under your fingernails. I work all the time, so. Oh yeah, I will flip my lid. I'm not involved in it. You're so out of it, man. Yeah, I'm the biggest perv in Virgin, you know? I don't think so. I don't have any perversions. Like, you're into, like, weird stuff. Let me just list a host of perversions that you'd probably be into. By the way, this is a social topic night, so you can talk about your perversions. We can also talk about abortion tonight, if you want to talk about abortion. But some of the weirdest perversions, I think, are these perversions of this. It's a what do they call them? Plushie perversions, where people have to make love with big stuffed animals next to them. Do any of you have a plushie perversion? Press 1 if you do. I never bought a sex doll. You want to be around Rodney's cousin wants to be around big stuffed animals? The chemtrail loading business is completely controlled by the government, and they turn a blind eye to this. Well, only one person into plushies tonight. You're into armpit sex? That is freaky. You know, I knew a person, and I don't know him anymore. I try to not call him. He's a family member. He told me he likes to make love with fresh red meat around his body. I just thought that was really, really perverted. Yeah. You had sex with a pack of hamburger? You'd be a red meat fetish. You're not a furry fetish. Okay. Boy, we really got a lot of fetishes out tonight. Can we now change the subject from sex? Because I appreciate that. I am not political syphilis. I'm the answer. I'm the antidote to political corruption. That's true. An honest man is dangerous to this nation of corrupt leaders. You know, aloe vera juice is used for people with stomach problems. That's what I've heard. Yeah. They say ginger is good for the stomach too. Like ginger ale. We don't talk about sex talk here. No. I've restricted the conversation to strictly political discussions, not about sex. Please don't discuss body parts. Thanks. Boy, you guys, you know, you were so hot for sex the other night. Everyone, even the men, were saying how incredibly attracted they were to me. I just don't understand it. I'm getting freaked out. It's weirding me out. Because I'm just a regular person, you know. I'm not into that kinky weird stuff that you are. Like transgenderism and gun control. A lot of you lefties are into gun control and transgenderism. Freaky. Cole Medina. Yeah. I gotta get this media verification thing off the screen. Thanks. Oh, I mean onto the screen. All right, we're done. Any other questions? Please refer to the amoebic artificial intelligence device behind me. It's answering all of your questions. Okay. Well, if you want to be involved with a woman who's involved with the Bible, you have to become equally yoked with her. It's very difficult to, when you're a guy wanting to seduce a Christian woman, it's very difficult because you have to spend hours just talking about God and forgiveness and repentance, and all you want to do is get in her pants. And equally yoked, they call it, yeah. So your chances are pretty nil with her. Thank you. Amen to that, brother. Truth Seeker says she got a big you know what. No, I don't know. I'm not familiar with Michelle Obama's penis. All I could see was that little thing bouncing in the clothing that when she was dancing. Bless you, brethren. Welcome to David's nude Bible study. I would love to come to the realization that there is no mention of clothing in the Bible. Let me pull back from the concordance and read from the scripture. The word clothing does not exist. So now let's move on in the Bible study. Can you imagine having a nude Bible study? Wouldn't that be weird?
No, that would be weird.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even go to imagine going to one of these nude beaches. That's just so weird. I mean, there's all these people with cell phones going click, 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 you know. Oh yeah, right, sure. Oh yeah, you can't even go to a nude beach anymore without being photographed all over the world. I've never been to a nude beach. On the record.
I added a little walnuts to that chicken salad, but then I didn't actually eat it because I had to go do some...
Oh, so just leave it there for you.
Checking.
Yeah, it's better to sit there.
Well, but you can have some of the potatoes.
Yeah, I'll have a couple potatoes.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Sarah's kind of sampling food, which is the better way to eat, actually. Cutting back is... You know that I got to tell all of you a secret. I don't know if you realize this, but I'm 57 years old. And one of my secrets is I try to keep my intake down. I try to cut back on your food intake. Except, of course, when I'm at a buffet, when I lose it. But I used to eat more at a buffet. I've cut back quite a bit. I have never, ever done anything to an animal. That's crazy. No, I'm 57. I know. And the key is to actually feel really healthy, you know, whenever you can. Okay, so Sarah's going to take over.
I have heard that, Soldier, about a video supporting two shooters and muzzle flashing, but some people say that the, at least there was something special who said that wasn't necessarily muzzle flashing. It could have been the reflection of the alarm system at a lower level.
I don't think so. It looked like flashes. If it was the alarm system, a reflection of the alarm system.
Soldier has another video for you.
We've seen camera flashes from below too, from different angles from that same window.
Yes, except you know the thing about eating
small amounts.
Food from Y2K, it's like we could write a book about it, but that food isn't around anymore, so
yeah,
it's hard for people to stay young like that.
Yeah, you have to eat old food in order to stay young. I look vibrant and healthy and youthful, and I'm amazed these people actually talk about this stuff. I look great, yeah.
You do look great.
I think I look so good that I'm gonna have to go, you know.
He's gonna go admire himself.
Go freshen up and admire myself with the mirror here. Okay, distance shots, Mandalay shots. Wow.
It seems like it's coming from up there.
Yeah, it's right there. You see it in the window?
Kind of.
Oh, sure.
See that?
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
I don't think that's an alarm. That's a flashing light in the 4th floor.
Seem like it. But I don't know if that's the 4th floor
or the 10th floor. It's the 10th floor, actually. Thank you so much. Sim Salamine, or whatever that word is that they use when they get up and look. So, All right, I'll be back.
That's the exact look I'm going for. 1766. High school math teacher, except elementary teacher right now. But yeah, that's interesting. That could have been, I don't know, the 30th floor. I don't know what that was at. Sure, you can show me the custom CSS you made. Fantastic. You see the past average times? Okay. Ah, what just happened? There we go. You see the past average times? Okay. Just one moment. Sorry. Clicking the wrong thing. Oh, I like that CSS. Nice. Very cool. Beautiful background. Oh, I like those colors. Yeah. I actually really do like that. Now that's actually a really good picture of David and I as well. David's like, and I'm like, like, what's going on? This is what I look like, and David's look like, yay! That's typical David, right? Oh goodness, what happened? Oh, there we go. Yeah. I know you don't like the way Von Live looks. Okay. Oh, how is the live stream normally here and hours? On YouTube, it's normally 6 p.m. to... It was 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., but David's making it 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific time, which is 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time, which is one of those things. Oh, thanks 275 in your dreams. Your mattress is too soft and you're on the slats. Oh. It's 4 inches deep and soft. Do you feel the bottom of the bed? Oh. You got the cut in half mattress, which is worse. Oh, the half mattress. Oh, man. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mad Dog, for complimenting me on my eyes tonight. I do wear makeup. Mad Dog's always a smoothie. Nice complimenter. You need a firmer mattress. Okay. Who's hammering? Stop that hammering. Yes, David, I'm sure. I know, you're a genuine person, Mad Dog. What does that mean, I love fries? I don't even know. I know I'm not a big fan of jewelry in the nose. 515, I got your message. Please stop posting it. You have less cramping on the sofa. You're gonna sleep on the sofa till you get another mattress. Didn't you just say you got a mattress? Oh, but it's too soft. You probably have, Misanthropy. Not something I would brag about, but that's because I'm a woman. Alright, well, I wish you luck in getting the mattress that you need. Neater Carolyn Pie. Sleeping on the sofa gives 410 back issues. Yeah, you're welcome. A Las Vegas shooter at Mandalay Bay Hotel, part of FBI undercover sting operation that went bad. More YouTube videos. Yeah, I'm always trying to concentrate. Carolyn already has back issues. Oh, I'm sorry, 515. But I'm really actually happy that you're getting use out of that mattress. And the person who passed away will probably be happy that you're getting use out of that mattress as well. I collaborate with fellow teachers, guests. I don't take anyone's plans, but I do collaborate. We share. Sharing is so nice. All right. Yeah. Anyway. Use text, and I use textbooks. Yes, of course. I use the curriculum that that I'm given. And I look for opportunities to enrich students' understanding. Wow, 515. How many days was it like that? Really? But the curriculum is there for a reason, and the district expects you to use the curriculum because they pay thousands of dollars for the curriculum. Oh, thank you for 3 for that information. Well, I don't plan on having children of my own, and I believe that the public schools do a good job of educating the masses, especially if they have good teachers like me there. So I do the best job that I can, and I love teaching. I love teaching at the public school that I teach at, and so I think that's very good. David doesn't wear a wig the majority of the time. Wow. And how did you acquire the mattress, 515? I think the ones that actually chat are 682, but I don't know. Oh, you're over 20 stone, so you need a good mattress, and a 4-inch mattress is no good. You need like one of those 20-inch mattresses. Oh. Okay, if you say so, 515. Oh, that's a good idea. New egg wish list. I'm not clearing it. Anyway. Well, the endless salad is good at Olive Garden. At least they used to have an endless salad and endless breadsticks. And if I went to Olive Garden, what would I have? I haven't been to Olive Garden in 2 decades, so I don't know what's good these days. I personally like a white sauce pasta dish, so like an Alfredo, but that's just me. Yeah, the thing is though, they don't wear themselves out. Oh, you want to mix the white with a marinara, make a rosilla sauce? I'm not a big fan of rosilla sauce. It's like, it's funny, like I like red sauce and I like white sauce, but I don't think I would find that I like them together. You found out today that you're allergic to tomatoes, and you said you're allergic to a lot of different plants, like the nightshades and all the plants. Is there any plants that you're not allergic to? I do like that, Rocker. That sounds good. Chicken Alfredo with linguine pasta with freshly chopped parsley. I personally like farfalle pasta instead of linguine. Yeah, you got it. And make sure, good night, Mad Dog, get plenty of rest. It's just best to assume you're allergic to all plants. Okay. Alright, well, I do hope that you get a good mattress, Carolyn. Tomatoes are the most commonly consumed fruit in the world? I had no idea. I would have thought bananas, but wow. But are bananas fruits? Because they don't have seeds like tomatoes. You're happy to get out of the morgue, Mad Dog? Okay. Misanthropy, you're allergic to bananas and carrots and tomatoes? Oh my goodness, did they give you a whole list? Like, what do they mean allergic? Like, you're gonna break out in hives, or they just don't agree with your system? Like, what do they mean by allergic? Totally busy? I'm sorry if you ever thought that we weren't friends. I didn't know that we needed to reconcile. Did I do something to upset you? If you did something to upset me, I'm already over it. So I like hard-boiled eggs, but normally I don't like eggs. I used to like over easy eggs, and I'll eat eggs, but oh, I'm not mad at you, Busy. I don't think I've ever been mad at you. Well, maybe once, but no, I don't think so. Yeah, that's it. Not special. I'm a goody two-shoes, and behind the scenes, well, only the special few know what I'm like there. Yeah, I know some people. I used to like them that way, when I was young, but now I'm not an egg fan. I don't think so, Scaredy Cat. Well, I know. Can you tell him to make instead? My favorite would be a Belgian waffle. Oh, well, we don't have a Belgian waffle maker, but so I'll settle for a waffle. But you love eggs? That's good. I mean, I don't dislike people who love eggs. I'm not an egg fan myself. Aww. Well, just tell her, hey, I'm not looking to get married for at least a decade. So if that's a deal breaker, let's break the deal now. Crispy Belgian waffles. Yes, on the weekends, David does wake up before me. Sometimes. Like Sunday. On Sunday. Oh, you told her 2 years when you finish your master's? Good. I'm working on my master's now, or I'm going to start working on my master's soon. Oh, you're going to recycle your old 4-inch mattress, get it turned into a headboard for your husband's bed? Okay, nice. Thank you. Well, David's sister Connie gave me this shirt. Well, it's not that David wakes up early on Sunday. It's just that I sleep in on Sunday. That's the difference. I don't think my cat does want to get on my lap. She never comes on my lap. She always wants to get on David's lap. Aw, thank you, Scaredy Cat. I will get paid a lot more than I get paid now when I get my master's. Yeah, that might be a good idea to know. Oh, the 8-inch mattress, mega soft, only cheap foam. And they're gonna make that into a headboard. Yes. Oh my goodness. That's on Amazon, right? I'm so looking forward to that. So David and I will probably finish Walking Dead, and then I'll start Mr. Robot. I love Mr. Robot. Do I have to have like USA, or can I just watch it on Amazon? Yeah, I think so, to know. I don't really calculate like the total versus half gone. I just calculate like what comes out me, and then I need to take more out because I like living on a substitute salary, if that makes sense. I try to minimize my take-home pay so that I increase the amount I'm putting aside for retirement. Oh, you don't have any of those? Well, Misanthropy, how do you watch Mr. Robot? How are you going to watch Mr. Robot since you're the one that told me about him? I've watched 2 episodes of Black Mirror. The first one really was a turnoff for me. I really hated it. Oh, you'll find it somewhere? Oh, like online? Okay. Just torrent it like everyone else. Rodney's cousin, aka really Rodney, says. Yeah, I know. I could wait for the whole season. Well, if it's not on Amazon, I'll probably end up waiting for the whole season. I love Mr. Robot, though. I like Walking Dead, except I did not like the way the last season of Walking Dead ended and the one that just started anyway on Netflix anyway.
You got mail.
Well, of course his cousin would say that. Rami Malek, I guess is his name. Yeah, I actually do like him as an actor.
Who is
but you know who I really like?
Who?
He's the guy. He's a Mr. Robot. Well, the character.
Oh yeah, the guy. Yeah.
He's in Mr. Robot.
Who do you really like?
Christian Slater.
Oh right, yeah.
I've had a crush on Christian Slater since I was a kid.
Well, you know, this is Rami Malek, the guy who plays the lead in.
Only seen someone with eyes like Rami Malek once before in my life, and it was by this guy that was a day trader, and he was like sitting in front of the computers all day, and his eyes like.
Yeah, well, it can also be a sign of hyperthyroidism when a person, you know, has eyes that bulge out, like his does. I would recommend he seek a immediate doctor, endocrinologist, or something to analyze his eyes to see if he's not suffering from a terrible disease. And you also like this guy. What is his name? John Cusack, right?
I do like John Cusack. I don't know who I like more, John Cusack, Christian Slater, or I also like Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
And
well, Val's suffering from a
Johnny
disease.
Depp,
you know, Val's got a disease now, right?
But yes, poor Val has a disease,
Val's
and
not
I
doing too
didn't
well.
like. I really, actually, like as I mature, it's kind of funny because as I mature, I didn't like Val Kilmer's choice to do that Salt and Sea movie.
Oh yeah.
So
that was a tough movie.
My crush on Val Kilmer is gone.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that too. His poor guy with his.
Well.
Oh, poor guy.
I shouldn't be laughing.
He just did too many drugs. If he just didn't do too many drugs.
Yeah.
I still like him. And as far as like
Here is the picture I'm showing her right now. Is
Johnny
Val
Depp,
recent
he
picture?
just like totally when he tore apart that hotel room and then he just evolved into this pirate
Johnny Depp has gone down
in real life. Then I just like no, I'm not into Johnny Depp. And then as far as John Cusack, I still like John Cusack. I kind of like his political bend, but he's a little bit out there.
You think he's a drug addict?
He's a total drug addict. And so that's why I don't really like John Cusack, because I'm not really a drug addict fan.
No.
Or a drug fan.
A lot of these people in the show are snorting coke and doing drugs right now.
I don't even like marijuana. I don't
No.
do marijuana, and I don't like
You've
marijuana.
never done it.
No.
You've never done it.
But as far as Christian Slater, like I hadn't seen him in like a very long time in any shows. It's like he fell off the face of the earth for me. And then
Yeah, Christian Slater.
When I saw that show, of course, Mr. Robot, I was just like, he's really matured well.
Yeah.
I like him still.
Okay. Well, he is. Christian Slater is not the tallest guy in the world, so.
How tall is Christian Slater?
You don't want to find that out.
I do want to find that out.
Okay.
Is it going to ruin my?
Well, I mean, you tower over him. That's the sad truth.
Is it going to ruin my height?
His height is.
Go to the top where it says, "Did you mean Christian Slater height?" Go to the top.
5'9". So you're 2 inches taller than Christian Slater. Hey, we've got a story we'll get to in just a bit. Yeah.
Okay. So is Rami Malek's 5'9".
Is he 5'9"? Rami Malek is. Yeah. So there, you like the short guys. That's pretty much the case.
I don't like the short guys. Oh. He's just so drugged out.
I was showing her pictures of Val Kilmer. This is one that was taken recently. He's doing pretty well. He's getting better. I'll tell you that.
Is he like your age?
Yeah, he is. But the thing is, he's getting better, and he's looking healthier. He's had a Twitter conflict with Michael Douglas about this disease that he's been facing from having acquired this throat problem similar to Michael Douglas's from oral sex. But yeah, I feel for him. I really like Val Kilmer as an actor, and I hope he gets better quicker, and I know he's improving, so I'm wishing him the best. Hey, Sarah, you look pretty good. I remember I was doing Salt and Sea. Yeah, you were.
He looks even older when it's over your face.
Yeah, that's well because I look older. Yeah, we should get together for drinks. You and I, we have a lot in common.
If someone like that came up to me, I'd be like running the other way.
Really? Oh man, no, Christian Slater I'd put on there, but that wouldn't be very good. Well, we're having a lot of fun tonight while the government continues to spin this story in a bizarre and twisted direction. Yeah. This is how the mainstream media is spinning this story right now.
I never liked Robert Downey Jr. because he was way too much of a drug addict way too soon in his life.
Yeah. Well, he kind of redesigned his image, I think, with Iron Man. I think he's now no longer a cocaine man. He's now Iron Man, you know.
Yeah, he did seem to turn around a little bit in Iron Man, but I still didn't like him.
Yeah.
I mean, not like that.
Not in a woman liking a guy kind of way. Yeah, I hear you.
But I did like Christian Slater. It's kind of weird. But the reason what I really liked Christian Slater in was these alien movies that he did.
Oh yeah, I like his character. He has kind of a salty character.
Cool character.
It's kind of like that.
That's a good.
Yeah, I can do Christian Slater. I can do a lot of impressions. She just found out I can do impressions.
I knew you could.
It's kind of amazing, and considering he's such a great actor.
Well, not all the time. His voice isn't like that all the time, but.
It's amazing. Well, thank you, sir. That was awesome. Eat and enjoy your evening. I'll be in there in a little while. David, hurry, come to bed. I'm thinking about Christian Slater. Could you do that impersonation? Hey, you're really, really great in bed. We're getting along really well. You're so hot and sexy.
I don't think he's like that all the time.
No, he just says that to get all the women going.
Only once in a twang, like 1 word out of 10.
Christian Slater is one of the best actors out there right now. He's an A-rated actor, in my opinion. Okay, here's Jack. Jack Nicholson. He sounds a lot like Jack. This is a terrible impression. Well, I don't do impersonations of Christian Slater. Las Vegas, this is how the media is spinning it. The strip shooter targeted aviation fuel tanks. They're not looking for all the other shooters, mind you, and they're not looking for any obvious evidence of crimes. They're just looking for something that'll create a bigger story. Wow. Las Vegas mass murderer has sprayed massive... Okay, this is the story. Las Vegas strap mass murderer Stephen Paddock used his Mandalay Bay hotel room to spray massive aviation fuel tanks with bullets Sunday night. Wow. The bullets left holes but did not penetrate the 2 circular white tanks, sparing nearby Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival from a potentially massive explosion. So he targeted the naval... The tanks are roughly 1,100 feet from the concert site. All right, yeah. Even that story is not rotating properly. That is not a cool story because they've got the number wrong. 58 dead. If they're going to make up a death count, they should get the number right, I think. Don't you think 59 is more appropriate? Yeah. And nearly 500, it's like 530 injuries now reported, although nobody's seen all of them coming into the hospital. We've only seen a few. Las Vegas shooter at Mandalay Bay Hotel, part of the FBI undercover sting operation that went bad. This is a good story. Yeah, this is one of the angles that we can look at tonight. Why not? I mean, there's all kinds of ways of looking at this problem. My gut feeling is that they just had some gambling debt on this guy and they made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Yeah, there's gematria coming into play here, Rocker. Yeah, the airport's way too far from Mandalay Bay. Those bullets would not reach there. They only have a 1,200-foot distance. Yep, you're right. Matt Damon's a great actor, too. Yeah. Matt Damon.
Yeah, I like Matt Damon, too.
He's had a rough time. I understand he divorced his wife, or is in the process of it, and after Ben Affleck is divorcing, you know, Jennifer Garner. Jennifer Garner must be going through a lot of you know, emotional strife. Jennifer, if you're listening, we are available at 707-YOUR-ATP. And Christian Slater, if you are listening, please call our number during our show. Sarah wants to talk to you. All right. We did his girlfriend leave. When did his... I don't know. You know, the girlfriend story is kind of a side note. Brother said he's smarter than the other bear. So his brother said he's smarter than the brother that got killed. We don't even think that's the brother. We think he's another crisis actor. Slater is a definite... He's a regular listener. I'm sure he's going to call up Sarah tonight and get into a deep conversation. Wouldn't that be something if we got a call and it was Christian Slater and he said he wanted to talk to you, Sarah? Here it is. Christian Slater.
Call from
Don Larson for Dave Sponheim.
accept, press 1.
You're not Christian Slater, are you?
Hey Dave, it's Christian Slater. How are you?
Wow. We got Christian Slater on the phone, Sarah. This is amazing. I don't know what to say.
On a serious note, though,
Yeah.
Dave, I was watching Mark Vaughn's broadcast earlier, and he said that he's been contacted by the FBI for some of the information about Vaughn Live.
Oh,
And
good.
he claims that the shooter is actually a big ATP supporter. So
I don't believe that at all. No.
like corroborate that or not.
I've never met this guy, Paddock, in our show. We never even had a user named Paddock, ever. Not even Steven.
Well,
yeah.
According to the police report that's on the National Enquirer, the guy was wearing a America's Third Party T-shirt.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. Could you send me the link? Put your money where your mouth is, buddy. Yeah, I don't believe that for a second.
I'll get it over to you, man. I'll email it to Sarah. I'll have it get it over to you.
Please, email it somewhere, you know. Thanks.
All right, brother. Hey, Dave, by the way, great hair, man. Looking sweet tonight.
Hey, thank you.
Shit, but the hair looks great.
Nice, thanks. Take care. Enjoy your bevy of beauties that you have around you. I'm sure you're actively involved with some of them or whatever. Later. Yeah, he's got these old 75-year-old women in this hot tub, and it stinks to high heaven with collected, you know, when their suntan lotion, which by the way instantly causes cancer. When their suntan lotion cakes up around the filter basket, oh God, it's like, living large, buddy, living large. You look really nice today. Yeah, I can just imagine how that is. Okay, you wake up in Kim Jong-un's body. You can speak and understand Korean without getting assassinated by your commanders. How do you transition North Korea and its people from an Orwellian state of despair to a prosperous nation so you can ride your fame to launch your career in music as a superstar? No answer. Yeah, what I would do, we'll get to this in just a bit. You know, first of all, the CIA has said publicly that Kim Jong-un is not crazy. They said they flat out contradicted Donald Trump. Of course, everybody contradicts Donald Trump. Rex Tillerson contradicts him on negotiating with North Korea. He said he wants to negotiate. Trump says, no, don't waste your time. But no, seriously, we've got a situation on our hands where North Korea is a nation that could very well communicate rationally with Trump because the CIA says that Kim Jong-un is not crazy. He's very rational. So we've got a president that's kind of crazy. He won't even talk to a rational person that the CIA has already signed off on. And incidentally, the CIA did confirm that the sex tapes are real. So a lot of things are happening behind the scenes as Operation Distraction kicks into gear. And we all, you know, are led astray thinking, oh, well, Mandalay Bay is all we have to talk about now. But there's a lot of things to talk about. I wish we could even talk about who killed John F. Kennedy, because we all know what happened after John F. Kennedy died. The people who got him killed are still in power in America. Unless those people are imprisoned, America won't ever be free. I wish we had a Dennis Rodman who could go over there. Trump won't even talk to the guy. Trump says Kim Jong is crazy, but the CIA says he's very rational. Yeah? Well, let's be clear. Michelle, could you bend over a little bit over there? I love the way the shadow of your thighs show against the light. Now that the girls are grown up, Barack Obama's having a field day. Okay. Can you imagine Barack and Michelle getting it on? I'm just wondering. No, nobody has a bigger one than me. But I'm just wondering exactly what's going on in the world of freak shows. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, anyone who would risk launching a missile over Japan is crazy. What if I told you that North Korea has Japanese roots and they fully had never intended to hurt Japan? I'm sure the Japanese people would like to hear that. This is not a wig. This is my real hair. It is made out of actual fiber. Real fiber. I'm going to try to work to be an AI for Halloween. The whole show will be like this. Yes, Sarah, that is very funny. Yeah, so there are roots of Korea in Japan. So it's highly unlikely he's going to attack Japan. He's more likely going to sell his weapons now that he's testing them. That's more likely the case. And he just wants to emerge in the global economy much like Iran does. Iran fancies themselves as a kind of a miniature India. You know, the Vaseline on hair. It's very good. I would never use Vaseline on my hair. Trump is crazy. Rocket Man is crazy. David Sponheim is not crazy. Wow. We're going to have to mute you, buddy. Rocket Man. Burning down the... You don't like hair? Beautiful hair. Tomorrow it's going to look better. This is the first day after a shower. So second day it always looks better. I would think being a president is a more thankless job than being Batman. I just found out from somebody that Batman molested Robin. I find that hard to believe. And we have confirmation from many Daves throughout the entire evening.
His gun. I mean, it makes no sense. He's never hit anybody. He's never got that dude or he had a couple of handguns. I think he had a safe with a couple of handguns. He might have had one long rifle. I think he didn't have any. I mean, he had no automatic weapons that I know at any time. There's no. It just makes no sense.
You're about to encounter a very interesting video here involving.
Hold that thought. Go ahead. Jason, what's up? What's going on? What's on your mind?
Hey, how's it going? I think I mentioned this before, but maybe you can check it out again. Every time I watch the brother of the shooter, the supposed shooter, it really just reminds me of that coroner from the Sandy Hoax.
I know. He looks a lot like him. I was the one that put those two together last night, and I compared their faces. Yeah. They're identical. But he's a thinner guy now, and he no longer has that big beard. Yeah, very similar.
And the behavior is very similar. But yeah, hey, thanks for the show.
You got it, Jason. Later.
Later.
I cut you off there. Later. Yeah, he looks just like him, and you look at his face, and then the corner from Sandy Hook, and you get a very similar look. Yeah.
First of all, on behalf of my wife and my sons, and on behalf of my other family, our people at the Office of Chief Medical Examiner, we wish to extend our deepest sympathies.
Let's check the voice print again.
A couple of handguns. I think he had a safe with a couple of handguns.
He has a higher voice than this guy's
to the families and everyone else who has been so hurt by.
Yeah, unless he altered his voice, he has a different baritone. The other guy's more of a tenor. Unless he's talking up in these ranges. Because I have a multitude of ranges. I can talk really, really deep down here. Or I can talk up here in my higher voices. Yeah. Sorry. Wow. He looks like Obama too. Yeah, I was getting that similar impression. Hey, if you're wondering why I'm surrounding myself with myself, it's because the overlays have a tendency of blocking my face. And I'm trying to make sure that that doesn't block my face when I'm talking to you, so there's no dangling object in front of my face. There have been dildos on the overlays in the UHF feed. I can't control them. It's all coming out of Washington, D.C. They're trying to stop and suppress the freedom of the American people, just trying to get the word out. I never thought I lived in a country like this until I started testing the waters and found out that they're putting a big nutsack on my chin, just to keep me from being taken seriously by people all around the world. Jared Kushner he's a prankster, isn't he? Yeah, well, he better get that female designation taken off his registered voter perspective, because, I mean, that's serious when you can't even fill out a form. His IQ must be teetering on 89. Whereas Trump, he's a good 95. He's a pretty close to average, except he can't read. And there's evidence he can't do anything but tweet illegibly. So he can write, though. We know he can write, kind of. When he developed that word kofifi, I thought that was brilliant. And then when Kim Jong-un came up with this fantastic English word that no one uses, dotard, in referencing Donald Trump, I thought it was dutard or Donald-tard. I'd never seen, well, I'd seen the word when I read one of the Shakespearean novels it's written in. I'm not sure which one, Macbeth or King Lear. But dotard is apparently used to describe a senile old man. And it's Dontard would be better, yeah. Kofifi and Dontard are two good ones. Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr. were close to being charged with felony fraud so far.
Wow. No kidding. New York prosecutors were preparing a case. Then the DA overruled his staff after a visit from the top donor, Trump attorney Mark Kasowitz. No kidding. So Donald Jr. and Ivanka were committing fraud. This article is a collaboration between blah, blah, blah. In the spring of 2012, Donald Trump's two eldest children, Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr., found themselves in a precarious legal position. For 2 years, prosecutors in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office had been building a criminal case against them for misleading prospective buyers on units of the Trump Soho hotel and condo development that was failing to sell. Despite the best efforts of the siblings' defense team, the case had not gone away. An indictment seemed like a real possibility. The evidence included emails from the Trumps making clear that they were aware they were using inflated figures about how well the condos were selling to lure buyers. Wow. In one email, according to 4 people who've seen it, the Trumps discussed how to coordinate false information they had given to prospective buyers. They worried that a reporter might be into them. According to a person who reads emails, they worried that a reporter might be onto them. In yet another, Donald Jr. spoke reassuringly to a broker who was concerned about the false statements, saying that nobody would ever find out. Nobody would ever find out because only people in the email chain or in the Trump organization knew about the deception, according to a person who saw the emails. Well, there you have it. Proof positive of high crimes. Wow. And this thing never went to trial? What, did they settle on it? Crazy. I am not a clone. I am standing with my alternative Dave so that we can actually do the show together. I'm the lead Dave, the guy in the front. Me. It's proof positive of fraud, yeah. 3 Special Forces troops killed and 2 are wounded in an ambush in Niger. Wow. Okay. New York Times. This is not fake news. This is real. 3 United States Army Special Forces were killed, 2 wounded in an ambush in Niger. We can confirm reports that joint U.S. and Nigerian patrol came under hostile fire in southwest Niger. All 5 American soldiers were Green Berets, said 2 United States military officials. The attack took place 120 miles north of Niamey, the capital of Niger, near the border with Mali, where militants with Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, an affiliate of Al-Qaeda, have conducted cross-border raids. The troops of Niger were also believed to have suffered casualties, but details were not immediately known. Well, that's pretty serious when Americans get under hostile fire and mission the United States Special Forces providing training and security to the Nigerian armed forces. That's sad. Do you remember when Trump sent troops into Congo, or was that Obama? Did they ever come out? I don't know if they ever made it out. I'm having a good night. Yes, add the one. We're trying to get guest chat in whenever we can, though. You know, that's the thing. Good night, TC. Yeah, who's going to bed? You're going to bed now? Okay. Good night, DT Laura. Sleep well. All right. Wasteful Wednesday. I'm glad we got off that horrible topic of sex, and, you know, Sarah started talking about all the guys she likes, movie stars. And I haven't even begun to talk about all the women that, you know, I play in the show at night. People say, you're trying to make Sarah jealous or something. Actually, no, I just really like female vocalists. I enjoy listening to women sing. Caroline, how are you? You're 5'4". Wow. The mattress is too short? That's kind of weird. Bed talk. Maybe he was her triple Mr. Anderson padlock, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you've been talking quite a bit. You have back issues, cramping on the sofa. Okay. Oh, okay. Ronnie Brown. Yeah. All right. Reading the YouTube chatter. No, nobody's going to do anything nasty. I was kind of jealous when she talks about her fantasy, you know, just someday meeting Christian Slater. Audio, Vegas survivor tells Savage she heard multiple shooters.
Yep. So more people are saying multiple shooters. Let me turn the volume down here.
Now, Gail, calling from Las Vegas on KBET, she was in the crowd. She was shot at. She has something to say that you're not going to hear from Jonas Schimmel on NBC. Gail, line 7, go ahead. You have the floor.
Oh, hi there. First off, I've never been in the military, and I'm not a pro by any means on guns or anything like that. But when we were running, because we were out in the open and everything, we were running near the vendor tents, and we were just, you know, easy shots. There was a Metro police officer out there that saw us running, and he ran and he grabbed me and pulled my husband and him into the vendor tent. They're like little plastic tents. And we went down, and we could hear all the shooting, and we would hear them load and then stop shooting, or, you know, shoot and then stop shooting and load. And while we were laying there, this officer was covering me because of all the shots. And the thing that we noticed, and my husband noticed too, and I think even the Metro police officer, there were shots that were higher pitched, there were shots that were lower sounding, and they were going at the same time, and the lower shots were getting closer to us. And I'm thinking, oh my God, there's somebody walking in the crowd, spraying their gun back and forth and shooting people. And he was getting closer. The shots would stop. The officer got up and walked out, and I heard his radio because I was right there. And we heard, we have active shooters. And then my officer who had been protecting me said, where is he? Where is he? Do you see him? Is he behind us? Do you have a visual? And then the shot.
So you're saying there was a shooter in the crowd going around shooting people in the crowd?
We don't know, and that's what my husband and I are trying to figure out.
But you said you heard two different types of gunfire. We have a caller on the line who has been gracious enough to stay over. She's Gail. She's calling from Las Vegas on my affiliate KBET. She was actually shot at. She's not a late-night crybaby comedian making believe he knows what the hell he's talking about. She was shot at. She said she heard two different types of sounds, meaning two different types of guns. But worse than that, in terms of this investigation that's being covered up, she said she believes there was a man going through the crowd, shooting at people in the crowd. Gail, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Welcome back. Thanks for staying on the line. Please tell your story all over again to a brand new audience on the Savage Nation.
Okay, so we've got a confirmation now that Gail did see a person shooting at ground level. Now I'm going to take you to the video that showed a ground level shooter. Here we go.
Right here, watch. Right there, you see that? You hear it? Right here, watch. Right there, you see that? You hear it? Right here, watch.
You see him right there. See that? The shooter is going at ground level. There it is, right there. All right, false flag number 1. Number 2, the appearance of the story about the alleged shooter, Paddock, in the CNN release on Google News, September 29th, 3 days before the attack. It's just crazy. No problems, and don't have any health issues whatsoever. You think the shooter was targeting Trump supporters who are usually white folks? I don't know. It could be something like that. I think there's a definite plan to drive a wedge between the left and the right. They're trying to trigger some sort of rebellion and revolt, and they haven't been able to do it. So yeah, killing Trump supporters could definitely create a reactionary result from the right wing. When you go to concerts, your hearing is very messed up for a while. Yeah, I don't go to concerts because the couple concerts I've been to are really bad. I mean, for sound.
I went to Jethro Tull, and the speakers were just crazy loud. I couldn't even get in there. I waited in the snack bar area just to, you know, listening to Jethro Tull at massive volumes. I don't have a wig. This is my real hair. But thanks for asking. I know a lot of you are concerned. Many of you would rather talk about my hair than the fact that Michelle and Barack Obama don't have any pictures of a pregnant Michelle. And the real parents are their best friends. And Michelle is a tranny. You'd rather talk about my hair. I don't drink or eat blood. I should have gone. I did go. Well, hearing protection is for is really good. I mean, I have a highly recommend at Walmart. They have some gun protectors for $26 that are pretty good. 25 decibel reductions. When I go shooting, I wear them. Yeah. Standing by the snack bar. It is. My hair is real. And can you not see that my hair is real? Yeah. I think many of you are kind of hooked on believing that it is real. Can you not see? New topic, Dave. Okay, changing the subject now. It's not a wig, dude. I said it is real. Can you not see? David, can we talk about your teeth next? Yes, let's talk about my teeth. Good change. Sloopy's coming up in 45, 55 minutes. It's not a wig, man. I was gifted with great hair. I do. I treat my hair with a natural color called algae. I put my head in my pond and the fish swim among my hair follicles, re-energizing my scalp. It is kind of darker in the back, though. It's kind of strange. I don't know why that is. It's like a two-tone look. Maybe I didn't comb it. Yeah, I don't have the Dr. Phil video right now. Let me go back to the Dr. Phil video, the crisis actor. I have it on hold here. It's on rack 2. It's very hard to find this stuff now. Here she is. She was a one of the crisis actor ladies that came out. Here's her Dr. Phil performance. You'll like it. Link video coming up here. Placenta spray time. I don't use placenta spray time, but here's the link of the Dr. Phil crisis actor. Now, she's the lady that claimed that there were multiple shooters in the ground. She's also here in this picture. I'll show you.
Did you have any friends at this concert? Is there anyone that you don't know what has happened to them at this point?
No, but I do know a lot of people that escaped with us. I have friends that have been shot and they left them behind because, you know, it's fight or flight. You can't really, you know, take people with you and stuff like that. And especially in a situation like that, you don't know what to do.
They kept coming. That's the thing. It wasn't that, okay, let's all leave and now it's okay. No. We all started running and they came in. That's why there's no humanly possible way that guy, that was the only shooter.
Okay, now she is also she could also be a crisis actor, or she could just happen to be at the event, but here she was from Dr. Phil.
Oh, listen.
We're close to Mexico.
No, listen.
Okay, same woman. Thank you, and let's get back here to what we were talking about. No, my hair is just David's hair. Gosh, you know, it's so nice of you to care so much about my hair, but do you realize how mindless this is, talking about my hair all night long? I mean, you don't see the mindlessness in all that? I'm not doing the radio show tonight. We put the radio show on hold. We're going to wait till we actually have an official interview to do the radio show. Thank you. Well, I'm trying my hardest to appease the hair crowd, the people that work on a very guttural level. They don't really look deep into a subject or talk about anything but superficialities. So I should play music on my show. In fact, we have a music in the lineup. One of the things we play is Can't Stop, and I'll play that for you in memory of all the great times we've had and how I can't stop doing the show.
We can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. We can't stop, we can't stop. We can't stop, we can't stop. We can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. We can't stop, we can't stop.
So let's be clear. In this coming election year, vote for David Sponheim. America's party.
For president. Can't stop, and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop.
First we hit 'em low, then we hit 'em high. Underrated, but we made it to the finish line. Rhymes designed to combine and intertwine. Spring to the summer, fall, even winter time. Beats banging harder, then head on collisions. We make incisions with precision and quick decisions. Causing double visions if you ain't up to speed. You need to speed it up, harder, piano read.
Can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop and we won't stop.
In this coming election year, vote for David Sponheim. America's party.
Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop and we won't stop. We're gonna dance all night, bring it on to the sunlight. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be able to fulfill your dreams. You know, I want to try some of that hemp shampoo. I'm looking for some hemp shampoo, Carolyn. Good idea. I'm going to try hemp shampoo. That might give me more depth. You know, my hair is kind of fluffy right now. David, do you have jury duty? No. I decided to go to the thrift store a while back, and I found this suit for 50 cents. And it's a $1,000 suit. Thank you, Dr. Sausage. So I'm doing everything I can to kind of cut back on costs. Tomorrow we're making a very affordable dinner you could put together out of the dollar store for $4. It'll be a seafood Getty dinner. I'm going to use some really nice angel hair and a beautiful clam sauce. I found an amazing product for $1. Lobster bisque. It's actually lobster. It's just phenomenal stuff. But you'll be seeing that tomorrow at 5 o'clock on our cooking show. Yay! Saving money with Dave at the dollar store. You know, I try not to shampoo my hair more than once every 2 days. So tomorrow will be a day without shampoo, and I think you'll see it'll improve a little bit because right now it's a little too clean. Yeah, you can replace it with the mushroom soup, but I found this amazing seafood bisque that it comes out of Bar Harbor, Maine, coming from Atlantic Seafood. I'm going to put that on a bed of angel hair pasta with Snow's clams from New Hampshire.
which is all Atlantic coast seafood, minimizing my exposure to radiation, because we know the Pacific Ocean has more radiation coming out of Fukushima. All that waste, that radioactive waste, is hitting the Pacific faster than the Atlantic. I like lobsters. They were considered the scavengers of the sea, yeah. But I can tell you that the lobsters back in the 1920s and 30s were so cheap, they were like $1 a piece, my mother told me. You could buy a 2-pound lobster for $0.25. It was the rich people would never eat lobster. It was like, oh, we did not eat the scavenger food. Oh no. Yeah, the Bar Harbor cooking company, I'm going to expose you to that product. I got it at Walmart in the discount section, the clearance section, last weekend. You look marvelous. I'll never forget meeting Billy Crystal and telling him, you look marvelous. I guess everybody says that to him. Lobster is one of my favorite foods, so I'm not going to stand around and say it's overrated. If you could find me a couple-pound lobster, I'll spend my night talking to you and sharing, good conversation. Do you prefer paying full price or getting a discount at the dollar store? I prefer getting a discount at the dollar store. 900 million viewers on UHF, UHF4, and Pasco. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to America's Third Party, and a place where we're not in any way trying to take away guns. I know a lot of you Trump heads are going to kind of convert over to us in about a year or two when Trump starts supporting an assault weapons ban. Hoping he doesn't. Hoping he doesn't. And I definitely think that anybody who pushes for that is clearly insane. Like Rosie O'Donnell, who wants us to have a revolution. Or Michael Moore wants to get rid of the Second Amendment. Can you imagine? That's what he announced today. He said he wants to get rid of the Second Amendment. It's the only thing standing between us and tyranny by an overlord government or a new world order. The only thing. Nope, I don't have any yellow spots on my eyeballs. But thank you for sharing. Maybe it's your color. No, I'm not gay. Even though you think you are, I'm not gay. Hey, it's me, Awesome Carl. No, you're the fake Awesome Carl. You're not the real one. Well, yeah. 300 million guns in the U.S., or so I read. No, that's actually an incorrect figure. The registered number of guns is 462,574,622. Don't tell me how I know that. Half of them are in Texas, so most of the unregistered weapons are in Chi-Town. You got a gang member in Cleveland, Detroit. You got that M13 gang in LA. David, are you part robot? Why do you think that? I work very hard to not be robotic in any way. My voice smoothing technology makes me sound very normal, like I am David Sponheim. What makes you think that I am in any way the person you claim to be? Defragmentation in process. The need automatic weapons because the NRA tells them they need them. Dude, why are you wasting time creating gun control when we know we have a bigger threat from internal corruption within our government? That's the bigger issue. No, my hair is specifically designed to be me. Faith by Nature, it's called. Is that the name of the hemp shampoo, Carolyn? Faith by Nature? I told you about my problem using certain Celestial shampoo. Have you seen that one? The green bottle one? I have like an olfactory experience where I go back in time to this idyllic moment I was on a dock in New England, in a lake, with this really interesting woman. And just some things just lock in your mind, you know? Sitting on the dock of the bay, smelling shampoo, my. Okay, herbal essence, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I can't even get near herbal essence or I start having this memory. Dude, I'm not gay. What's your problem? I think we explained that. No, the woman did not have blonde hair. That leaves two other possibilities. Ding, 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 ding. I have an entire story I'm writing about that woman. My first girlfriend.
Wow. It's going to be a blockbuster story, too, I'll tell you. That's a couple paragraphs in and of itself. Well, there's a story about the story. It's just so, it's weird. I can't figure out why people think gun laws will help. Criminals don't obey the law. Gun laws will do nothing. I know. And in fact, the statistics show that when people do arm up, there's less crime. It's crazy. If you're worried about kids getting near guns and you want mandatory training sessions for parents, we don't have the money to support that regulatory industry. However, there are products in the market with RFID rings that you can match with the gun. So if you want to be safe in your house, the kid's not going to put the ring on. You can keep that in a separate part of your house. You have to wear the ring in order to release the trigger of the gun. No, not into any kind of weird kinky stuff. What is you're still kinky. A lot of you are just kinky. All night long. That's all we get is kinky people in here. There's a strong trend for women to shave. Yes, it's true. Look, I'm not a pubic stylist, so I really don't want to get into this conversation. Find a good pubic stylist and go with their feeling. What they want to do for you. Are we feeling like a heart today? Okay. Alrighty. No word on Richard Simmons either. No word either way. We don't know what's going on with him. Yes, it's my creative thought going. I talk about things that may very well become career opportunities. I should call up the design school at my local community college and ask if they have a plan for cosmetology and pubic styling. I'll pretend like I'm Tim Gunn. Well, hello everybody. I'd like to ask you a question. Well, I was researching your circumvita, and I noticed that I would like to have a career in pubic styling. And I was wondering if you have a cosmetology department. The accessory rack where I was working. That'd be very funny. Except I'm the only one laughing, so that's no longer funny. All right, Dr. Phil. You heard about this story. I don't want to forget about it. It is serious. A Detroit mother has been sentenced to jail for vaccinating her son, for not vaccinating her son. And I don't blame her for refusing vaccinations because it's just putting waste material in your body. They did a study of most vaccinations. They have glyphosate in them, Roundup, herbicide. I'm not kidding. So she's trying to protect her son and she's getting arrested. Can you believe that? And this is the conversation that we're going to go back to. Michael Savage, woman says she heard multiple shooters. And I think there is a strong argument to have a wider investigation here. And this is the guy who is the brother, alleged brother. We're going to be playing that video tonight. Talking about this whole story talks about how they could have been part of an FBI undercover sting operation that went bad. That's one of the prevailing theories about what happened in the Las Vegas shooting. All right. And this is the story that was propagating about how they were using the guy was going to, he actually went to the oil fields and attacked the fuel tanks the day before. I don't know. It just sounds a little suspicious that story is even real. And then the flashes from the 4th or the 10th floor in the picture behind me.
Alright, well I was at the Mandalay Bay and oh my god, now there's cops everywhere. It seems like it's coming from like the 10th floor of Mandalay Bay.
10th floor of Mandalay Bay, and if that's the case, I wouldn't go anywhere near Trop on the Boulevard or anywhere like that. Because you got a clear line of...
Yeah, Meow decided to take a night off. I think we really hosed him down last night. He was so pissed that he said that I was going to get 500 lawsuits for denying that this was a real event.
Are you real, Dave? Yes, I am real. Don't I look real? A random man can tell the difference in a big bush and a small bush? Sure. And a very important question, David, why don't men breastfeed? We have nipples for what purpose? Comedy love for? You know, I don't know. Those are heavy questions I don't know the answers to. Here I am working on one of my big thoughts for the day. And this cameo was captured during the show. See it? Oh, wow. That image doesn't even exist anymore. That's weird. So my only image copy is the recorded image I just put on the screen. All right. All right. Apparently the trigonometry of terror, why the Las Vegas shooting was so deadly. Oh, yeah. Okay, whatever. I don't know if I'm going to bother with that. I mean, it's just, it looks more and more like a false flag anyway, so let's be real here. Why are some animals gay? I don't know. You know, all these big questions you have. Okay, we have pictures of dead bodies. All right. Unseen close-up footage of dead bodies. Are they crisis actors? Immediately after the shooting. Okay, I have not seen this video. This is the first time I've seen it. Let's go to the video immediately. Let's take a look. If this is squeamish time for a lot of you, and I understand many of you cannot handle this type of graphic detail, but yeah, this could be real. We're thinking it could be. I mean, I'm willing to accept that there could have been people killed, no question about it, based on the possibility that there were men on the ground shooting people in point-blank range. Well, that's not exactly coming in. DTube. No wonder DTube isn't working too well. Yeah, I think DTube's got some major issues. YouTube works, but DTube doesn't, so all we have is a single still picture of a body laying on the ground there. Okie dokie. Let me try it on a different browser. One moment, please. One moment, please. No, won't play there either. Well, I guess that's got me going. So interestingly enough, we have a supposedly real pictures of dead bodies that doesn't play. Okay, dokie, try this one. Let's see. This is slapped with an age restriction and removed. Okay, it soon will be removed. Okay, let's take a look. All right, we're going to look at the supposed warning graphic, unseen close-up footage of dead bodies. Share this video with everyone you know. All right, here we go. All righty. Jeez, okay.
Are you good, brother? Are you good? We don't know. Are you with me?
That looked like the brother of Stephen Paddock, didn't it?
I was talking to myself. Thank you. It's his brother, yeah. So the body definitely looked like it could have been somebody. Okay. Yeah, it's just a little weird. I'm just looking at the face. Isn't that ironic? The person who is dead there, or allegedly dead, is pretty much of a 92% match to the brother of Stephen Paddock. That is really weird. Huh. As you can see, their nose is identical. Facial hair on both, and the same eyebrow configuration, with a similar size forehead at a different angle. Wow. I will play the rest of that video, yeah. Just not now. You want me to play the whole thing? Okay. Okay, I'll play it right now for all of you who haven't seen it. This is very compelling footage, folks. If you haven't seen it, let's check it out.
He's breathing with me. I see him breathing with me. I see no entry wound. I see no exit wound. I don't know how to treat. Me either. I see no entry wound. Wait, look at his face. Hey, I see no entry and no exit. Wait, look. He had no entry wound. Wait, look at his face. Hey, I see no entry and no exit. Wait, look.
Okay, now some people have said that the color of the blood seems a little too crimson red. That normally it gets darker when it's exposed to oxygen. I think, I don't know, that's really...
Cross the arms. Try to cross the arms. Are you with? Hello?
The way he talks to her is like, are you with me here? Hello. And she's obviously either dead or near dead. Or a very good replica of a dead person. Notice he did not pronounce her dead. And by the way, this person who took this video will not mention his name at the end.
Hey, where are you hit? Where are you hit?
In the head.
Head?
He's in the head, but he's still bleeding.
Where from? Where's the head wound?
Exit right here. An entry and an exit. I don't know. Right here.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He's gone.
Where are you hit? Where are you hit?
She's hit.
She's hit. We're applying pressure right now. I'm trying to find nurses. I know nurses. I'm trying to find nurses. I'm trying. She's got a pulse. Good. Hey! EMTs! Any EMTs? EMT, come here. Come here. Right here. Get over here. We need to. Right here. Under the female. Under the female. She's got a pulse. She's breathing. Anyone here hit needs an EMT? You good?
All right, they were good. They didn't need an EMT. They were bleeding from multiple orifices, but they were good. Yeah, no need for an EMT there. Am I in need for a cleaning of my room? I'm good. Good. Chat room web is good. Chat room celebrity. He grabbed her breasts first. Good observation. Did you see that? Yeah. I didn't see him grabbing her breast first. Thank you. That was shot years ago. Do you think this is a canned film of like a standard shooting that they put together? I don't know. Some of you are having a hard time believing anything. I'm willing to accept the possibility that some of these people died. That some of the people died. We're getting much more evidence that there were multiple shooters, and the government's still clinging to the belief that it was the 32nd floor, and we've seen shots fired from the 10th floor, and from multiple angles. They weren't just reflections off the window. Yeah, there was a taxi driver shot of that, and there was a distance shot of that from the 10th floor. Yeah, so a lot of people are seeing this is still a false flag, but it definitely looks like people died. Anyway, it just makes you wonder, what's their agenda and why are they pushing it? That's why I have the no gun control thing on the screen, because I want everyone to know that I'm not about to wiggle on this issue. We're not going to cave into this BS. If we want to put metal detectors up, that's one thing. And some people believe that is exactly what they're trying to do. More metal detectors, more of a police state in Vegas. There was a taxi driver that showed the 10th floor shooter and another angle from the 10th floor shooter showing the shots fired. Yeah, and even false flags can be real deaths. We found that out with Charlottesville, where it's pretty obvious George Soros funded the guy who actively solicited KKK members to go in there. Whether it was the person who drove the car funded by anyone to do that, I don't know. Is he really the person who had that car in Charlottesville? I don't know. It looks like another driver who's very similar in appearance to the guy, but not the same guy. Anyway, all those questions raise the flag. Why did Heather Heyer die? Well, she had a heart attack, but other people got injured. 19 people got injured. So these are real events where people get really injured. So the elitists who want to push their policies of gun control and starting wars and fear of terror, they don't mind killing a few people. I mean, they probably were the ones that killed nearly 3,000 people on 9/11. I wouldn't doubt it. Seriously. These are the perps that did the inside job that we pretty much know for a fact that the 9/11 Commission report was a massive cover-up of unparalleled dimensions. The architects for against 9/11 have come out forcefully with 10,000 signatures signing off that there's no way the planes took down those buildings. No, I'm not a taxi driver. There was multiple shots of the bullets. You just have to look for them. The gunfire was coming from the 4th floor. Excuse me, the 10th floor. Hey, you can't use those bad words here. We don't allow that. Be safe, everybody. Good night, waterproof sponge. Yeah. You know, my whole evening has been trying to combat guest attacks, and I want guests to chat in here, so it's going to be a little bit different now. I'm going to approach it much more aggressively. There must have been multiple shooters. That's my point me off. Yeah. No, there was an eyewitness person next to the room where Stephen Paddock was that said that 5 minutes after he heard gunshots outside, and it wasn't from his area, just a distant gunshots, he heard the door next to him open up and multiple men went into the room. Good night, add the one. Sleep well. Multiple men went into the room. That's the story that he spun, but I don't have this direct testimony. It came from Meow TV, so I can't verify it. I'm not sure if I could even quote it, but he said that there were multiple men coming into the room and that they heard one single gunshot, and then multiple high-powered automatic weapons broke the windows and shot out of the 32nd window. So the initial shots came from the 10th floor, then the 32nd floor, and that's when the suicide occurred. Or the suiciding, where they shoot the guy and hand him the gun, put the gun in his hand. So, no, the earth is not flat. We can't be diverted in that direction. I'm sorry. David, don't you think it should be easier to obtain a gun? No, I think we're right there. The background check thing, I think, is necessary. I'm all for verification. I mean, the system's in place right now. We've got a robust system with the NICS check. The National Instant Criminal Background Check is done automatically whenever somebody buys weapons in some states. So it's already in place. We can make an online utility that anybody could use for free if they put a person's driver's license in. We should be able to get a green light or a yellow light or a red light. Green light would be, yeah, go ahead with a gun sale. It's perfectly fine. We don't even have to register it.
We're just trying to give a filter at which we can make sure that people can check people out so that we're not handing over weapons to known felons, people who have committed capital crimes or have threatened to use a gun and told their psychiatrist. $40 tacos tonight. Wow, what are you putting in them? I can't imagine. Flank steak, lobster meat, $40 tacos. Wow. Well, I don't care what Trump did. I still believe verification is something we need to work toward. A free system is all we need. Well, I know you think background checks are unconstitutional. The General Welfare Clause would include background checks on guns. And I could draw a constitutional argument to pass the muster of the Supreme Court. It wouldn't take me long. And I'm not even an attorney. I'm just wondering if Trump is going to push for assault weapons ban. And if that's the case, then we have a problem. No, I never committed a felony. Never in my life. I've never even committed a misdemeanor. No, that's just lies. These people, they come in the room and then they stand there and lie incessantly. So I have to continue to mute these people and then bring in guest chat again. It's ridiculous. You can tell they're afraid of me because they continually attack me. I can smell fear on their end. And they're paying Mark an insane amount of money to censor us here. It's ridiculous. I can make 10 tacos for under $5. I don't know what you're putting in your tacos. And Guess 86 never came back with what he's putting in his tacos. They thought they were going to rehab. They ended up in chicken plants. Going to rehab. They thought they were going to rehab. They ended up in chicken plants. The worst day of Brad McGahee's life was the day a judge decided to spare him from prison. McGahee was 23 with dreams of making it big in rodeo, maybe starring in his own reality TV show. With a 1.5 GPA, he'd barely graduated from high school. He had 2 kids and mounting child support debt. Then he got busted for buying a stolen horse trailer, fell behind on court fines, and blew off his probation officer. Standing in a tiny wood-paneled courtroom in rural Oklahoma in 2010, he faced 1 year state prison. The judge had another plan. You need to learn a work ethic. The judge told him, I'm sending you to CARE. Okay, there he is. McGahee got heard of Christian alcoholics and addicts in recovery. People called it the chicken farm. A rural retreat where defendants stayed for a year, got addiction treatment, and learned to live more productive lives. Oh, okay. But a few weeks later, McGahee stood in front of a speeding conveyor belt inside a frigid poultry plant, pulling guts and stray feathers from slaughtered chickens destined for major fast food restaurants and grocery stores. There wasn't any substance to this abuse treatment. It was mostly factory worker eating chicken, or cutting up chicken. Thank you for that heartwarming story. I believe Tom Petty, the investigation into his death needs to go on. I think they should check for the heart attack weapon used against him. I don't know who was near Tom Petty at the time he died, so I don't have any of the background information the police department would be privy to. It's pretty clear that Stephen Paddock is one big distraction to get us to forget the Golden State Warriors blew a 3-1 lead in the finals. Yeah, Jim. Or they're doing a trial for Benghazi. No one in the mainstream media is talking about that. Is that better? Why do you want me to move to the right? I would think you'd want me to move to the left. Which is it? Right, left? Oh, move to the right of the political spectrum. No, I'm right in the center. I'm good. No need to be moving forward or backward. I don't think Trump is going to be pro-gun at all. No. I think he's going to start moving toward the assault weapons ban. I think they were really upset when Bill Clinton was overturned, but George W. had to pull the right to win. And he ended the assault weapons ban. I'm not sure he got approval from his dad, the New World Order puppet. 1,000 points to light. A New World Order.
George H.W., the son of a man who laundered Hitler's money, Prescott Bush. Okay, the president has landed. He's going to make a statement in Vegas. Well, this is his old stomping ground. This is where, you know, Bugsy and all the others, you know, they get to talk to Donald and say, yeah, you're a good guy, Donald. Well, you're a made man. We're so happy to have you in the White House. Yeah. Now, America is truly in a state of mourning, he says, and now he's going to probably talk about assault weapons bans. When are you Trump supporters going to flip? Would that pretty much push you to the edge if he started imposing an assault weapon ban? Trump supported John Kerry in 2004. Yeah. Trump voted for Obama in 2008. I mean, seriously, when are you going to flip? When you see this guy flip on weapons? Press 1 if you're finally going to say no more support for Trump if he decides to impose assault weapon ban. That will be the last straw for you. Oh, you only eat rich people food like snails and entrecôte, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. Entrecôte. What is entrecôte? So Deneau is going to flip if he does it. He's convinced. The hell is that? It's made of chicken livers. Oh, it's kind of like pâté de foie. Oh, okay. Dijon mustard is the base. Thyme. Yeah, I could do something like that for $1.50. Okay. Donald Trump's cringe-worthy attempt to date Brooke Shields. This is from an archive video. Let's take a look.
Shields has crossed paths with so many famous folks, the list could fill a football field. So here's what, let's find out how well she remembers all the players with a round of Brooke Fields. Brooke, I'm going to show you a photo of yourself with a famous friend's face covered by fellow 80s icon Kim Fields. You will try to ID the celeb to see if you remember the facts of your life. Okay, first photo. Okay, who is, wow, it is our president. Yes. What was that experience like? Where was that photo taken?
I can't even speak.
You can't speak? That was in, do you remember meeting? Yeah, I'm sure you've met him many times over the years.
You know what, I think it was at like a charity food event.
Okay. Okay, did he hit on you?
No, but yeah, but he did ask me out later.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Look at her cringe. Brooke Shields cringing at the thought of Trump asking her out later. Yeah, well, Trump hasn't won a lot. He hasn't fixed the country. He's put our nation at risk, creating a war of words with North Korea. He's jeopardized our national security by having sex tapes that could very well be linked to a scheme by Russia to control the election. And he's basically encouraged a breakdown of our national ties to NATO by attacking NATO at the G7, G20 conference, which, by the way, would be something Russia would want. He's trying to destabilize the government, the current government of Ukraine, which is what Russia would want, trying to overthrow Poroshenko and replace him with a man named Artemenko. He's simply trying to pad his pocket and all the billionaires that are in the White House. And I call it a snake pit now. It's no longer a swamp. It's a snake pit. Yeah. Forget the swamp metaphor. Let's go to snake pit now. But with 6 billionaires in the White House and him taking bribes, and God knows what he's going to be doing with the budget this year, we have a very short period of time to get this guy impeached. And Rex Tillerson called Trump a moron recently. So Rex Tillerson is pissed off. He's going to be leaving. So Trump ruins relations with everybody he deals with. It's almost bizarre how he succeeded all these years, but when you look at the reason why he succeeded, then you begin to understand. A thug pit. Good word, Reptoid. It is essentially a snake pit on steroids. Not renewing DACA for you liberals
is a loss, but Trump met with Pelosi and Schumer. They're working on renewing DACA. Trust me. If you think he hasn't renewed it, you're wrong. He's hobnobbing with Pelosi and Schumer on that issue. The jury's not out yet. Now, recently, Tillerson is upset because Trump is going against the grain on this issue of authorizing the note that they made, the agreement, the treaty with Iran. Section T has not been signed off on because Iran won't show anybody their nuclear weapon that the treaty allows them to have. I know. Yeah, Obama allowed Iran to have a nuclear weapon. I'm not kidding. Okay. And what about Yellowstone? Yeah, is the caldera going to blow? Good question. Well, the big problem is Trump took bribes already, Jim. He took a $9.5 million bribe from Betsy DeVos to give her the Secretary of Education position. And Betsy also illegally gave the Republican National Committee $200 million. All this is illegal bribery, and it's got to be charged. We need to charge all of these people with felonies. So if you want to sit back and don't even want to endorse the rule of law and endorse Trump instead and watch him systematically destroy our nation by selling it off to big globalists and world bankers, liquidating our nation, I understand Trump is now trying to shrink national parks so that he can sell off portions of them for mining. Yeah, thanks, Rick. So all of this makes for just a massive problem that is evolving in Congress right now. And Rick isn't helping. Rick endorses the military-industrial complex here in my area, and it's just a massive amount of jet noise over these innocent people in his district. It's bizarre how he's endorsed this and never says anything against the jet noise. It's bizarre how he even won. It's only because the Democrats think like a bunch of sheep when they vote here in our area. I'm open to the intelligent design comedy, Love. I'm open to the idea of intelligent design simply because I do believe evolution has a component. The idea that the Earth was created in 5 days, maybe 5 billion years, we don't know. This time is relative. But I don't really comment about religious issues here. So, House passes a 20-week abortion ban. I like that. This is what I was proposing, a first trimester law, and now it's seemingly a going thing. Women are limited to 20 weeks to decide whether they want to have an abortion or not. So you can have an abortion up to 20 weeks, and then you face penalties. This bill would pass abortions, ban abortions after 20 weeks. The Republicans are in favor of it. John Kasich put together this plan. You know, I'm siding with it, even though I'm a social liberal. I'm siding with a limitation because I don't want to see little baby fetuses killed incessantly. And yes, mothers are committing murder when they kill their baby fetuses. Let's not kid ourselves. But the House has passed a 20-week abortion ban. That's pretty amazing.
The yeas are 237, the nays 189. The bill is passed.
Wow. Okay, we'll see what the Senate does. Okay, times are changing. Well, Rex is going to call him a moron, I guess, and get away with it. I don't know if Rex even knows, what's going on. Rex Tillerson may very well be embroiled in the Russian violation of sanctions. I'm not a big fan of Rex Tillerson, but the fact that he's having conflicts like Jeff Sessions is with Donald Trump makes sense, you know. It doesn't surprise me. Trump on Tillerson. Oh, they're saying that the NBC News story is totally fake. They should issue an apology because he's denying now that Rex said he was a moron. The NBC News story has been totally refuted by Secretary Tillerson and VP Pence. It's fake news. They should issue an apology to America. Oh, yeah. He's hiding behind the fake news like so many Republicans. Yeah, so many Republicans use this as an excuse. You're in the middle of a conversation and you draw some conclusions about the Russian connection to Donald Trump. Oh, that's fake news. What about the sex tapes? Oh, that's fake news. Well, the CIA approved and verified that this is really a legitimate problem, the sex tapes are. Oh, that's all fake news. Everything is fake news. Yeah. One way to limit the knowledge of people is to shut down their information stream. This woman claimed that she saw multiple shooters in and around Mandalay.
Well, when we were first there, we heard the popping of the sounds, and we thought it was a firecracker, you know. And it was only like, you know, 3 or 4 pop, pop, pops. And then it got quiet, and then a couple more pop, 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 pops, and then it just started spraying. You know, it just nonstop bullets shooting. So everybody started running, and we just ducked. You know, my husband and I, we just went on the ground and froze. And I remember, you know, there's a girl that was standing right next to me that was shot in the stomach, and she had a huge bullet wound in her stomach. It was huge. It wasn't a little tiny thing, and she was bleeding profusely. It was horrible, and then people were just freaking out. And so everybody ran, and we were just still standing there. And my husband said, "Joe, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta run. We're gonna get shot." So we got up and we started running towards the vendor tents. They're the white plastic tents, and there was a Metro police officer that was out there, and he saw us running, and he said, come here, get here, and he grabbed me, and he pulled us inside the tent, and we went down, and the shots kept going and going, and then they would stop, and then we were like, okay, it's okay, it's all over, and then they would start all over again, and it seemed to me, and I'm not a pro on guns and bullets, anything, but there was like higher sounding bullets, and then a really lower, deeper bullet. And as we were laying there, it sounded like the shots were getting closer to us. And I'm going, oh my God, we're going to get shot. They're going to see us in this tent. Because it seemed like somebody, I'm not saying this by any means, but to me, it sounded like somebody was actually walking from the crowd from west to east, through the crowd and shooting, because everybody was going in one direction because there's no way out. And then they would stop, and then it would be like higher pitches and then no sound. So, and then the sound would start again, but they were on top of each other, it sounded. I was freaking out, you know, obviously.
Well, hold on, you just said they would be on top of each other, meaning the higher sounding bullet and then the...
Okay, so she heard, this is Michael Savage's show in the background. She heard the sounds over each other, so there's syncopation issues, revealing there's more than one shooter. You can't shoot 2 automatic weapons simultaneously. Well, I suppose you can. I don't know. Yeah. You pitched a tent this morning? Okay. Some of you are breaking up over this event? Echoes, possible, yeah. You've seen people do it in movies. Yeah, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. When he played in the Terminator. Yeah, I have seen the cybernetic organism in the Terminator use both hands effectively, holding the automatic weapon simultaneously and revolving. The shots were syncopated, kind of like the sound of Mildred's nipples as I suckle on them, one at a time. Hey David, do you ever hear one of these? Okay. Welcome back, Cotter. I saw those lunchboxes, but never had one. Not a big fan of it, Welcome back, Cotter. But thanks anyway. So we got all kinds of things tonight. We got the real audio details from the Vegas crime scene. Mainstream media is not reporting. This guy's going to be talking.
Thumbs up and share this video with everybody you know.
1692 means we got shots fired 4:15 a.m. at Route 91. Sounded like.
Yeah, you can see them in the background in that video. The shots fired in the 10th floor.
Automatic firearm.
Okay, we're talking about automatic firearm. No, many of you are unaware of the VMAT2 gene that's being sprayed in the air. It makes people gay. It's one of the side effects. It lowers your ability to stand up to anybody and question authority too. It kind of turns you into a girly man, where you just bend over and say, "Oh, do me now." Yeah. So you're turning into a girly man, breathing the VMAT2. It's not your fault. You can't, you breathe the air, right? Well, they spray this stuff in the air, so. And our government, and Rick, you're not doing a damn thing to stop the chemtrail activity, by the way. Yeah, they pass above my house. Where have you been, Dr. Meow? We're wondering where you were. The whole night you're not in the room. We thought maybe you'd be taken into the custody for questioning. Yeah. Where have you been? I'm a cybernetic organism. Human flesh over metal exoskeleton. I want to know where you've been. You have a life? Oh, okay. Well, thank you for sharing part of your life with us here. Guests can chat, by the way, as soon as I open it up again. Okay, let her rip. Have you ever seen one of these? No, never have. Okay, we are reaching the end of our show, and I'm reaching the end of my rope here. He's taking his test for his 134th master's degree. Yeah, he's studying another study on felinology. The last one he got, he actually determined that you're supposed to give your cat a bath. And I've never given my cat a bath. I would never give a cat a bath. It ruins their immune system. But Dr. Meow with his 8 PhDs, he's... Okay, checking point of the Mandalay confirmed 2 people checked in the room. The girl only stayed 1 day. So you checked the information from Mandalay and you found he had a prostitute for that 1 day? Now, I understand he checked in 3 days before the FBI says he checked in. They checked in on the 25th. This guy was an online video gambler. He had no history of gun purchases in his entire life. No registered weapons, nothing. Okay, same video, but they turned the lights off halfway through. Playing those mind games. That's what I want to hear. Forever doing the... Okay, we'll do a little John Lennon mind games.
Are you good, brother? Are you good?
Okay, this is the same video we saw, and for halfway through the video, they turn the lights off. It's very strange that we have 2 versions of the same video of a guy walking around the dead bodies, and one has the lights off and one has the lights on. Very interesting anomaly, Scissor Fight, yeah. Okay, Dr. Meow says he didn't check in at all, a girl did. Wow. Rick, we have legitimate proof right now. Right above our skies, in our area, we see chemicals being dropped all over the place. My area has daily flights where they just leave streamers of air. You can just look in the skies and do a little research. Go to geoengineeringwatch.org and realize that this is a serious problem that's not going away. They're using the air as a way of dumping chemicals. Now, this is a basic brief analysis of how they're using it. The government's even admitting to using stratospheric aerosol injection. What they're trying to do, they say, is to cover the sun with aluminum. So the sun is reflected and doesn't heat up as much underneath it, when in fact aluminum oxidizes immediately and absorbs all kinds of rays. And I believe that pharmaceuticals are life-saving at times, but can be abused. And we have a very bad opioid addiction. Here's an example of a proof of a chemtrail. Because condensation only affects one wingtip. I mean, there's no way that plane could just have condensation issue. That's a chemtrail dumping out of one side. Here's another example of chemtrails in the background. This is a picture taken over Point Reyes. Very intense picture. Literally streams of chemicals dropped above the skies of California to trigger an evaporation process and a dehydration of California. So this is a life-threatening thing for a lot of people. And when you look at what these things are comprised of, you begin to realize, wow, they're dumping shards of fiberglass in the air. They've done biopsies on people and have found shards of fiberglass in their bodies. So don't underestimate what they're doing. And as a public representative, you have an obligation to listen to the American people and what they're saying about what they're breathing. All right, we're going to go to Mind Games by John Lennon. I'll sign off tonight. Thank you for coming in and sharing this evening with me. I'll be up till 2 in the morning chatting with all of you and playing videos. We're catching up from last night. We had so many videos lined up. We have to pick up where we left off. All right, thanks for coming in, Rick Larson. All right. Yes, diazepam is Valium. That's correct. All right, take care. I'm not a doctor, though. I can't confirm that. See you later.